my check, I ran on my bag, I did what I did, yeah. And how good they judge me, oh. But they
They're
don't
setting Dylan Gabriel up to take the biggest L out of
Look how far I came, dog. I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog. I just went my hardest. And I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah. Ran in my check, I ran on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. Ran in my check, I ran on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. And how good they judge me, oh. But they don't know. Look at what I did, look at what I started. Look how far I came, dog. I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog. I just went my hardest. And I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah. Ran in my check, I ran on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. Ran in my check, I ran on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. And how good they judge me, oh. But they
They're
don't
setting Dylan Gabriel up to take the biggest L out of
Look how far I came, dog. I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog. I just went my hardest. And I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah. Ran in my check, I ran on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. Ran in my check, I ran on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. And how good they judge me, oh. But they don't know. Look at what I did, look at what I started. Look how far I came, dog. I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog. I just went my hardest. And I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah. Ran in my check, I ran on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. Ran in my check, I ran on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. And how good they judge me, oh. But they
They're
don't
setting Dylan Gabriel up to take the biggest L out of
Look how far I came, dog. I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog. I just went my hardest. And I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah. Ran in my check, I ran on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. Ran in my check, I ran on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. And how good they judge me, oh. But they don't know. Look at what I did, look at what I started. Look how far I came, dog. I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog. I just went my hardest. And I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah. Ran in my check, I ran on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. Ran in my check, I ran on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. And how good they judge me, oh. But they
They're
don't
setting Dylan Gabriel up to take the biggest L out of
Look how far I came, dog. I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog. I just went my hardest. And I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah. Ran in my check, I ran on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. Ran in my check, I ran on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. And how good they judge me, oh. But they don't know. Look at what I did. Look at what I started. Look how far I came, dog. I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog. I just went my hardest. And I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah. Ran on my check, I ran on my bag, I did.
What is going on, everybody? What is going on? How are y'all feeling? Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. It's the middle of the week. Middle of the week. Let's get to it. All right, so give me one more second to make sure my sound is good. Then we're going to get this thing rocking and rolling. Rocking and rolling. All right, so my mic is good. There we go. All right, we good. Sound check complete. Sound check complete. Now we can get this thing started. We can get it started. All right. Y'all know how we do. Y'all know how we do. We don't come and show up at nobody's house without making sure we greet everybody on the way in. That's not going to change. So let's get it. Let's say our good mornings. Get our greetings in order. Let's go. Let's start here. Selmo Fudd, what's going on?
Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Woo, woo. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Woo, woo. Here we go.
Selmo Fudd, the first one in the box. Good morning, D. Happy hump day to you, big dog. To you too, Selmo Fudd. I like that energy. I like that energy. Good morning, Felix. Hey, chat. Good morning. Hey, D. Happy Wednesday. I like the energy. I like the energy. Good morning, Maya. Top of the morning, Black Pearl. What's going on? Good morning, TK. Our Jizzle in the building. What's going on?
If he went to school, he didn't learn nothing.
He ain't learned nothing, y'all. Good morning, Latika. What's going on? Ivy League Mac, what's going on? Tim Moss, it's been a while. What's going on? Hope everything is going well with you. It's been a while. It'll be a huge mistake to not draft Tate if he's there at 6. All right, Jizzle, I'm with you when you're right. Big mistake if they don't take Carnell Tate there at 6. I saw somebody, and we're going to get through this greeting, but I got to say this real quick because it just popped in my mind. I saw somebody under a comment say Carnell Tate is shorter than they thought. I'm like, when did 6'3" become short? When did 6'3" become short? I'm like, man, that's why you can't get too out of pocket about the comments. You cannot. Maya says, I made sure to end the meeting before this live. They can't have me missing the chat. And, you know, my chat don't reload up right away. So it end up, you got to wait 24 hours to get to chat. So you got to catch that thing live to be a part of it. Daisha, what's going on? Good morning. I appreciate that, Tim. I appreciate that. Add it to the intro. Glad you like it. Key Mathis, what is going on? Where did I leave it? Okay, here we go. Wide receiver 1, O-line 2, wide receiver 3 are best available at 3 between O-line and wide receiver. I'm right there with you, man. My wish list for the draft is first 3 picks, 2 wide receivers, linemen, however they need to figure it out. I also agree with you. If Carnell Tate is there at 6, just take Carnell Tate. just keep it simple, man. Keep it simple. Take Carnell Tate. Brent, what's going on? Buenos dias. Buenos dias, Brent. Brent, I pulled up. I added that interview with Daniel Cormier and Tom Brady to my things that I'm gonna watch. So I'm gonna check that out before the end of the week. So shout out to you. I appreciate you sending that to me. C. Brown Run, good morning. Dr. Clyde Marshall was in the house. Good morning. Oh, man. Ivy League Mac, I just read your comment, Olo Como Style. It reminded me of a song when I used to live down in Florida where the guy he said hello in a couple different language. And then I think it was like, she said konnichiwa, I said como está. That just made me think of that. I don't know why. Just don't mind me on this Wednesday. I'm in a good mood. Peace and blessings to everyone. Happy Hump Day. We appreciate you. We appreciate you, Black Power. Take Ivy League Mac, I'm right there with you. The meteor that hit Cleveland. I'm sorry, I'm jumping ahead in the chat. The meteor that hit yesterday, D, was a sign that Cleveland and the Dog Pound will be hot this season. 12-5. We coming. Hey, I like what I like what you're talking about right there, Selma Fudd. I'm liking what you're talking about. Good morning, Keith Hunt, Jersey in the building. Happy Hump Day. TK says she's back. I picked up a shift today, so I'm at work. I'll be in and out. We'll be here to keep you entertained as much as we can throughout your workday. We appreciate you. Ivy League Mac, you know that song too? It's I want to say that song is from like 2016, something like that. And as soon as I read your chat, that's the first thing that came to mind. The first thing that came to mind when I read your chat. So I couldn't even hold it. I was like, dang, that song was a hit back in, I think it was like 2016, 2017, because at the time I was living in Florida when it came out. And I remember he said something in Creole. He said something in Spanish. So he said a lot. D, you had to check out my boy Will from Australia. He did a cover of that song, a mashup actually. Really? You got a link to it? If you got a link to it, send me the link so I can grab it and save it. But yeah, that was a big hit. That was a big hit. And it was funny because that was my initial getting into learning other languages. So it really stuck with me. Really, really stuck with me. All right, y'all. We got a great show today. We got some good motivation. Hebrew hello is Shalawan. Swahili hello Jumbo. I like it. I'm very interested in other languages, other cultures. So I always enjoy different languages and stuff like that. That's something I'm into, y'all. Yeah. If it's on YouTube, post a link for me in the chat. TK. If he got a song on YouTube, if it's on YouTube, I would say post it in the chat, because then I could just grab the link and save it. If you have it. If not, it's cool. I can search for it. We got some good stuff to get to. So y'all see, we got not two head coaches. They speak like head coaches. We got two coordinators on the thumbnail. We got Brennan Marion. Y'all know how I feel about Brennan Marion. Also, y'all are going to learn how I feel about Rudy. That's Mike Rutenberg. He is the Browns defensive coordinator. So, ton of energy. He had an interview on Cleveland Browns Daily yesterday. I listened to it live and I said, man, I gotta share this with the people. They gotta see this. They gotta get an idea of his energy. Also, it's a look into his mindset. And he said something very interesting about scheme. So we're gonna get to that. We had a big trade. We're not going to go deep into the big trade, but Jaylen Waddle was traded to the Denver Broncos slightly. We're going to cover that. Maxx Crosby in a whirlwind of the last 2 weeks he's had. We're going to hear some of his response. I think people forget there's a human element to these guys with players getting traded and all those things. So we're going to cover that. What else we got on the docket? We got comment creeping. Brought comment creeping back. So we're going to do comment creeping. Thank you, TK. Let me grab this link so I can save it. Let's see. Copy the link address. Let me do this real quick, y'all. And then we're going to get to Brennan Marion. We're going to get to Brennan Marion. And then we're going to get to Mike Rutenberg's interview. And then we got some stuff in the middle. Tony Grossi actually said something that made sense, y'all. And it kind of shocked me because I was like, man, when did Tony Grossi start making sense? So, hey, Bo, we're going to cover it. Like I said, if the microphones are wrong, I'm going to let y'all know. But when they're right, I'm also going to let y'all know. Good morning, Detroit Gemini. What is going on? Thank you, TK. I appreciate that. Thank you. Cedric, what is going on? How you feeling, man? How you feeling?
Cole, you stupid. We do not care.
Hit him again.
We do not care.
What's going on, Cedric? Hope all is well with you also. Switzer and Rudy going to surprise everybody with their new coaching roles. I agree with that. Where we at? Thanks. I hope all is well. I was listening to the interview earlier without looking at whom was talking, and he sounded so much like the head coach. Tim Moss, I agree with you. Where we at? We right here. Remember Black Panther Killmonger visited his dad. The book he opened was written in Hebrew, and the language that Black Panther would speak was Hebrew. Man, I didn't even remember that. I didn't even remember that. D, somebody watches you. I see your headlines. Let me say this, because I told y'all at this point I just laugh. I think it's funny, but I'll say this. We have a history in this country of a creator's work being stolen. So I'm not saying it from like a place of bitterness or anything like that. We just have a history of it. You know, I was looking at something with Elvis Presley and the accusations against him about stealing smaller artists' music. We've had companies sue other companies for stealing information. We've had companies hire people and they have to sign non-compete clauses. You know, it's just a lot. So to think that everywhere people steal a person's ideas except for YouTube, I think it's kind of funny. So I just laugh at it. I told you, once you see it, you can't unsee it. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Charmaine, good morning. Hardest working woman in Ohio. Charmaine, I totally agree with you. My body's still not used to daylight savings time. When I tell you it seems like my day is on fast forward, when I go to sit down, start putting my show together the night before, it's like it'll be 7, then it'll be 9:30, and then it's like 11. And I'm like, what just happened? Like, where is the time going? The time is on fast forward. They need to slow down the time. For all my GA people with allergies, I hope you're doing well because this pollen got me in a headlock like Deebo had Craig on Friday. You want some of this, old man? No, that was when Red got knocked out. But the pollen is like that here where I'm at too in North Carolina. You can see it coating on cars. So shout out to Marie and shout out to Asante for putting me on the oil of oregano. That oil of oregano, the drops, I mean, they strong, but they help me a lot. Where we at? 92.3 The Fan finally did their jobs on the interview Quincy today. It was good and positive. I was shocked. I'm surprised. Eventually they got to turn the corner. They love the access denied headline. Yeah, it was. I just find it funny because when I initially said the access denied, people thought it was clickbait, and then now everybody's running with it. So, I mean, you know, it's okay. It's okay. The new coaches have great passion for the game, and players should see them shine this year. I like it. Let's get this thing started, y'all. Let's get this thing started. Let me get CL7 111. CL7 111. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Let's get this thing started, y'all. Let's get it started. Where we at? Let's pull this up and go here. Y'all know we got some motivation. Hold the rope, everybody. Hold the rope. Let's go.
But let me tell you, we got a good one tonight, fellas.
doing tonight. You got a team in here that doesn't respect you, just from what Coach Pierce told you. But that's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because sometimes in life, you have to make people earn your respect. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, sometimes you gotta have people that say, you know what, damn, I underestimated him. I didn't think he was gonna get that job done and get the promotion. I didn't think they were gonna win that game. So tonight you gotta earn some respect. How do you earn respect? You do 4 things. You out-hit them, you out-hustle them, you out-work them, you out-compete them. Out-hustle, out-hit them, out-hustle them, out-compete them. Then everything else will fall into place. Special teams, know your job, do your role. Defense, play assignment football. Offense, come out and play. Somebody finish for me. Somebody finish it for me.
On the rock.
No, you pound the rock, but you're gonna play what? Hard. No, we're gonna play fast. You're gonna come out, play fast, and then we're gonna pound the rock. That's what you need to do, my friends. That's what you gotta do. Guys, it's going to be great. Now you might be wondering why I got this rope out here. Hold on that freaking rope. Life is like a journey. You get to the top of the mountain and you gotta help your teammates, and all you got is a rope, and you gotta hold on that rope, and you gotta lift others as you climb. So tonight, they're gonna try and take you off the rope. They're gonna try and push you around. Don't let them take you off that rope. You hold that rope for each other. You don't let your teammate fall off. That's what the rope symbolizes. Rope keeps things together. Rope is a sign of hope. What do they do when somebody's drowning? They throw a rope. When somebody needs help, you throw a rope. But right now, I've thrown you a rope. Everybody holds on to that rope. You hold this team tight, you hold that rope tight. If somebody starts to slip off, you hold that goddamn rope till your fingers start to bleed. And you play for each other. Regardless of the outcome, you make sure that he's still on the rope. He's still on the rope. He's still on the rope. Because in life, that's what it's about. Holding on, lifting as we climb. So tonight, we lift as we climb. We hold on to the rope. We play with Indian pride, and we play Indian football. And at the end of the night, we know we're to pound the rock. So we go out here tonight, we play for each other, we shut up, and remember to hold on. Put that rope above your head. Put that rope above your head.
Man, that's awesome.
Put that rope, look at that.
That is awesome.
That's a unit.
Huh?
That's a unit.
Love you.
You don't let anybody fall off of this rope. You understand me?
Yes, Todd.
I'm going to say, hold the rope back. Hold the rope.
Hold the rope.
No. Bring it from the bottom. Hold the rope.
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 Pound the rock on 3. 1, 2, 3.
I had to get y'all hype on this Wednesday. Also, I want to say, let me tell y'all, I probably would have made it to the NFL with coaches like this when I was young. I don't think people realize the value of this type of leadership. I'm a person, I like when a coach is yelling at me. Because I don't know, man. Coaches, the calm coaches, man, I want to coach with some fire. I want to coach with some passion. I want to coach with some energy. That's it right there, man. That's it right there. Shout out to Raw Sports Films. This is actually from 12 years ago. So when I'm looking for different motivation and stuff, sometimes it's coaches, sometimes it's somebody else. But I saw this, even though it was old. I said, we have to play this. I love it when the coaches speak this way. Love it. So hopefully y'all enjoyed that. Hold the rope. Hold the rope. And if somebody around you, you got to pick them up, you pull them up. You don't let them let go. Don't let go of the rope. I love this. Hopefully y'all like this too. Let's catch up on the chat so we can keep this thing going. We can keep it going. Ms. Brown, good morning. How you feeling? These producers are bad. Lean way too much into shock jock takes. I agree with you there, Zedric. On my way to grab oil of oregano. I need something, fam. Key Mathis, I ordered the oil of oregano. I got it off of Amazon, and it was the. See, is it close enough where I can reach it for you? I'll post a picture of it in Patreon. That's what I'll do. I'll post a picture of it in Patreon. Marie told me about it. I got it off of Amazon. It was the organic kind, and it's in drops. It helps out tremendously. All right, let's see. Where do we leave off at? You're going to like that interview. So much to gain from it. So interesting. I can't wait. I looked it up and I added to my list. I said, yeah, I think I'm going to like this. That's Shedeur's motto. Always has been. I'll hug them. I'll hug them. Bro, almost out in the electric side. Sing it in the comment in my head. Rope is a sign of hope is a bar. Almost broke out the electric side. Rope is a sign of hope is a bar. For real. They should goosebumps. I'm telling you, these type of coaches, man, oh man. Man, oh man. Let's see. Don't let go of the rope, for real. This looks like something Coach Rudy would do. I agree. That's what the Browns need. I agree. They definitely need something like this. My messages are being deleted. Brent, I'm seeing your messages. Brent. I'm seeing your messages. Brent, send another message to make sure I actually see it. Because I'm seeing it. The last one I'm seeing is from a minute ago. It's saying my messages are being deleted. So comment something else, and then I'll make sure we got you coming through. Hold the rope. You got to hold on to that rope. Hit the like button. I'm telling y'all, man, hit that like button. Who is getting you motivated and ready to go along and go through your journey of this day like we do it over here? We get you that motivation to get you going, get the blood pumping. Let's go. Let's keep it moving forward. I kind of mentioned this. We're going to get to the trade of Jaylen Waddle. If this is what they traded Jaylen Waddle for, man, oh man, I'm saying just get Carnell Tate. Don't deal with the trades. This is way too much, in my opinion. Good morning, Wet 11s. What's going on? This was too much for Jaylen Waddle, but let's get to it.
We now bring in the man, the myth, the legend, B-Mac, to tap in on this trade. B-Mac, you hear this. What's your first and initial reaction seeing Jaylen Waddle head over to Denver?
Well, this is a huge move for the Denver Broncos, Zach, because Jaylen Waddle is a playmaker. He's a game breaker. He's a player that, unfortunately, a year ago, the Broncos did not have in their offense. They had some really good wide receivers, but
yeah, okay, I got you. Yeah, I see the other one came through, Brent. It says, okay, cool, but as soon as I send it, it disappears on my end after a second. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing you. I'm seeing your comments still here. So hopefully YouTube is not being funny. Hopefully they're not being funny because I'm still seeing it. Joanna, good morning. How you feeling? Welcome back. D, did you see Cleveland media mad about the new players appraising Shedeur, saying he acting like QB1 because Titus said he met Shedeur? They are such haters. They are. Man, these microphones, they need to catch up. The microphones are behind. They are behind. A.M. Williams, good morning. How you feeling? Good morning. Happy Hump Day. Love that coach's energy. Coach's energy is crazy. I like it. Why did I have a dream last night the Browns traded for Romeo Dunze? I don't even think he's on the market. He definitely ain't on the market after they traded DJ Moore. He definitely ain't on the market. They traded DJ Moore to open up more opportunity for him.
in terms of just the speed, the quickness, the ability to get behind coverage week in and week out, they were missing that element. Now you bring in a guy in Jaylen Waddle, one of the faster wide receivers in the National Football League. He's ultra quick as well, and he's shown the ability to be a splash-like player that intensifies the offensive pedigree for the Denver Broncos. So if you're Bo Nix, if you're Sean Payton, man, you're fired up. You're fired up. You have to be fired up because what we've seen from Bo Nix in 2 years of play, this guy has really.
I think this was a steep price to pay. I think they could have got somebody comparable. They gave up a first. They did a swap in the third, and then a fourth. So I mean that's a lot to me. Shout out to the Denver Broncos pushing all their chips in. They're pushing all their chips in because they got Bo Nix on that rookie contract. So I look at it like, hey, good for them. I wouldn't want the Browns to make this type of trade. Your latest headline about AB is building the Browns, or AB building the right way is being used by somebody whose name started with a Q. I thought of you instantly. Detroit Gemini said you're not going to be able to unsee it when it happens. Once it starts, you can't unsee it. That's just what it is. Shout out to the Denver Broncos. They're pushing the chips in. This is a spot where when you got that rookie quarterback, you can take on higher priced guys to try to get yourself over the hump. They're looking at it like we had a very successful season. We were a Bo Nix injury away from making the Super Bowl. We pushed all the way in. They got that really good defense. So it makes sense. Shout out to them. Let's keep it moving. This is something
unique.
Hold on. In the words of Wyatt Teller's wife, hey, Cleveland Media, y'all keep playing stupid games. You're going to win stupid prizes. You already know A.J. Brown going for 2 firsts. If this was Waddle going for it. For real, it's no way people can say, nah, A.J. Brown not going for 2. Nah, he getting 2 1s if they got all that for Waddle. So, hey, man, I'm cool on the trading for the receivers. I'm cool on that. I'm cool. We sometimes just look at these guys as athletes and we kind of don't look at the human side of them. But I want y'all to hear Maxx Crosby speaking on like the whirlwind just leading up to the trade, because it's a human element to this that I think is easy to miss. And what people do is they kind of just, they point to the money and they point to what they're doing, and then they forget that it's a human being every day. So let's check out Maxx Crosby talking about the whirlwind of the trade when he got his friend. Shouted that out for him. 6 years of sobriety is a really good thing. Shout out to Maxx Crosby, because we've seen guys kind of spiral out of control, but he was able to get control and work towards it every single day to make his life better. So shout out to him. He was feeling some kind of way about leaving. He definitely was, the more he got to talking about it. Waddle over Tyreek. Does this mean Tyreek's value isn't there? Yeah, Tyreek's value is not there due to the injuries that he sustained last year that he's coming back from. It's going to be a long time, I believe, before somebody signs Tyreek, unless it's a very low deal, because they're going to see how his knee held up after the surgeries and the recovery. So, stop by say, Ivar. Stop by say. The Texans signed Wyatt Teller. I'm happy for him. Yeah, 2-year deal with that. I just want to let y'all know something. The Texans are signing a lot of Browns players, and they get something out of them after they leave Cleveland. So we're going to see if that continues, but they've been signing some Browns players and getting something out of them after they leave Cleveland. Oh, man, they threw that ad in there. But basically, he's going to talk about, he has a moment with his wife after they say that he's traded. He ends up not going out to the Slapbox event that he was going to go to, and he talks about how it hits him and how it hits his wife, and his wife is crying. So that's just one of those that just remember that these are people that we're talking about. Yes, they get paid what they get paid. They play what people call a kid's game. All those things are true. But remember, they're humans at the end of the day, going through life just as we go through life, going through situations just as we go through. So definitely, if you want to see the whole breakdown of him, because this is long, this is like an hour long, The Rush with Maxx Crosby, you'll get to hear him break it down the whole thing. They put this out about 20 hours ago, but this was really good. I thought it was 2 key points to there, him celebrating his 6 years of sobriety, and then also he's talking about the human side of when he got traded and just how it impacted him, his family, and everything. So definitely go check that out. Just want to remind people that these are actually human beings just like me and you that we talk about on a day-to-day basis, and I think sometimes people forget that side of it. People forget it. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it out because it's easier. I don't want to mess it up. CSA Boy 5989. Shout out to you. I always see your comments. I hope you know I'm always liking your comments because you usually end up watching the replays. But shout out to you. Glad you were able to make it here live. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm glad he's telling us what happens. This lets others know how the Ravens operate behind closed doors. Put it out there. It puts it out there. So he has not been picked up yet. Maxx Crosby is, so the Ravens backed out of the trade, so he is now he's still on the Raiders, still under contract with the Raiders. So, yeah, he's still under contract with the Raiders, so he's not out there. He's not a free agent or anything like that. Let's keep it pushing forward. I think we had a good talk with Comment Creeping, so I decided to bring Comment Creeping back. So let me clear this up. All right. So remember, comment creeping. It's not just to point out negative comments. It's just to spark conversation. And then also, I understand that I'm getting new viewers, and I don't take that for granted. And I know also there's times where I have to explain. Where I stand on things clearly, which is fine because this is off the record gray. This is off the record D would eliminate the gray. We do not dance in the gray area. We keep it clear. We let you know exactly where we stand on things. So this is another good one. Did that mess up the cap? No, it didn't mess up the cap for them. The Raiders had the most cap space going into the offseason, so they're fine. And the cap went up. Yeah, Ms. Brown, if you're at the part where we were talking about the head coach's speech, that was a great speech. Hold the rope. But let's get to comment creeping. I'm going to read this to you because it's a little bit small. But remember, this is not just a time to try to attack people in the comments or anything like that. So, I'm not going to show the person's username or anything that sent it. It's just to spark conversation. So, the Browns are not drafting a QB. You have QBs in your room who are on non-first-round rookie deals, and the other guys you literally cannot cut/trade or anything else until next year. Why waste a QB when you could draft a return man, blocking tight end, or a lineman who doesn't have to start in the later rounds? Like Coach Prime said, y'all are programmed to think wrong. Stop thinking wrong. If you want to come up with the theories, we should be theorizing how they can trade for Marvin Harrison. So a lot of people might take it personal. I don't take it personal that he assumes that I think one way. I take this as an opportunity to explain how I view things because I'm getting new viewers. And that's, we want new viewers, right? So let's do this. Let's rewind this thing back. Let's rewind it back. And let's go here. Now, this first clip I'm going to play for y'all. My time started over, but that's okay. I have a good idea of where it was for this first clip. So let's go. It's at the very end of a stream. Somebody just kind of asked me a question in passing. So I got to let you know. Where I stand. Let's go here. I think it's about right here. He decided to generate was get rid of the entire offensive coaching staff. And they put it under the guise of we are going to do everything we can to put the right group of guys around Deshaun Watson so he can flourish. And what we know now is that was bad. It was bad. Because Kevin Stefanski is not bringing in a new OC and letting them run what they want to run. Kevin Stefanski wants an OC to run what Kevin Stefanski likes and then bring ideas to the table. What we've learned is you're in or out. So for it to work, Kevin Stefanski needs to get an OC, let his OC put together a staff, and let the OC run the whole offense. I don't think Kevin is willing to do that. And that is also going to be part of the reason why Kevin Stefanski is not going to be here. My way out there take is Kevin Stefanski will not be the coach of the Cleveland Browns next year. So I played that for y'all first. I don't speculate that often. But every once in a while, if I do speculate, it's something I put a lot of thought into. So I played that first because it's going to tie into the second video I play. This was from September 15th. I'm saying Kevin Stefanski not going to be here next year. Very early on, before anyone else. So now it'll make sense when I play you the next clip, because in the next clip, I'm going to be saying who I think they should get as head coach, and then I'm going to tell you what I believe they should do with quarterbacks. So I'm taking this as an opportunity to just let people know exactly where I stand and where I've the side I've been on for a very long time. Just didn't get here right now. So let's play the next clip. I think I showed y'all my organizational chart of how I would do. That Flacco Ravens game was so bad, we were already asking if it's time to move on. Last year was a wild ride. Same with Dylan in the Pittsburgh game. Zedric, you were here. You were here. You know how early it was. It was early on. I was calling for these things. Early on. This is another one. This is from November. What's the date on this one? This one is from November 5th. This video is called Stefanski Give a Play Calling Again. So I just want y'all to know exactly where I stand. Remember, what's the date I told you? November 5th. November 5th. Let's play it. Let's listen. Do it. If it was me, I would get Brian Flores as the head coach. I always tell y'all that. I would not draft a quarterback this year. I wouldn't do it. I would keep the quarterback room as is. Dillon will be third string. Going into next year, Deshaun Washington will be backup. Shedeur will be my number one. And I would accumulate as many assets as I could in the draft. That's the way I would do it. So just some way out there speculation. You missed the comment I had up. Okay, I got you. I'll put it right back up. I got you. Let's see. So hopefully y'all heard that. This is before Shedeur played. I'm laying out the plan of what I would do. A quarterback, if I got to play it back again, I'll play it back again. All right, but let me get the comment back up. Let's go here. Okay, so this is the comment. The Browns are not drafting a QB. You have 2 QBs in your room who are on 9 first-round rookie deals. The other guy, you literally cannot cut or trade anything else until next year. Why waste a QB when you could draft a return man, blocking tight end, or lineman who doesn't have to start in later rounds? Like Coach Prime said, y'all are programmed to think wrong. Stop thinking wrong. If you're going to come up with theories, we should be theorizing how they can trade for Marvin Harrison Jr. So I don't take offense to this. I take this as an opportunity for me to explain clearly where I stand. So just a recap of where I stand. September 15th, I was saying Stefanski should not be the coach next year. November 5th, I was saying my plan, what I would do at quarterback. So I know I get new people to view. I know they haven't seen everything I do. I have a lot of content during the season. I do 3 live streams a week. They can go from anywhere between 2 hours to 3 hours. I also live stream watch parties that can go anywhere from 4 hours to 5 hours, depending on how it goes. So let's look at the low end. On the low end, I'm putting up 10 hours of content a week during the season. Everybody's not going to see it all, and that's okay. So sometimes I just have to make it exactly clear where I stand. So now you can understand why I'm like, I don't take offense to this. I think you just don't know where I stand. So let's run that back slightly of what I would do. Doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It was a bad strategy from the beginning. It was a strategy that I would have never pursued, but people wanted to pursue it, and I always thought, all right, I think I missed that part, but that's okay. Where is it at? Right here.
If that means that...
No, we ain't listening to Cleveland Browns media, but we ain't going to listen to them. But y'all get the gist of it. So a long time I've been calling for what they should do. And also this highlights how far behind the Cleveland microphones are. The Cleveland microphones are still not willing to accept that Shedeur is going to be QB1 next year. And you see how long it was. Your boy was talking about it. Also, just one more funny thing. I was saying this before Shedeur played, y'all. So this is the schedule right here. This was during we were leading up to the Jets week that I said this. So just saying it. Let's catch him on the chat. Akeem, that was my comment. No offense taken. I did just find your channel though, and I've been listening to your old shows the last few days. Hey, shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Welcome in. Glad to have you. Yeah, and that's why I thought it was a great opportunity just to explain to where I stand, because I know I'm gaining new viewers, and some people, they might get snarky, snappy, but I like to have conversations. It's a conversation I'm having with y'all. So I just brought it up, and I didn't want anybody to think that I was attacking you or anybody to try to attack you based on your comment or anything like that. So shout out to you. I appreciate you being here, man. Shout out to you. Felix, I've been doing this a while, but I got a lot of content. So I don't mind just rewinding it back every once in a while. The Cleveland microphones. Yeah, the Cleveland microphones, man. The Cleveland microphones. Let's keep it moving forward. This is the Browns' new tight end. All right, I got to refine all my timestamps because I think all my times have changed. Why you do me this way? This is the Browns' new tight end. I like the content the Browns have been putting out too, by the way. Let me go this way because I might end up clipping some of this. Let's take this down. Let's add you up here. What? Whoops, wrong way. There we go. All right. This is the Browns' new tight end, Jack Stoll. I think I remember all my timestamps, sorry, but I'll just find them. We'll make it happen. We do it live. Let's play it.
So you're a Super Bowl champion, won a Super Bowl with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yes, sir.
Last year, spent time down with the New Orleans Saints, an offense that was kind of up and coming. Now you come to the Cleveland Browns. What was this free agency process like for you, and how did you settle on coming here?
Yeah, the free agency process, just the way things played out. We looked, and Cleveland ended up being the best option. And, we've had some history with some people here in the past, and, they're phenomenal people. I again, being around them, you always want to be around good people.
Yep.
And, they pass it with flying colors. And, even just talking to some of these guys today, it became very clear, I made the right decision. And, I'm looking forward to solidifying myself on the Browns and proving why, I'm worthy of a roster spot.
Yeah, and what for our fans out there, talk about your game a little bit. What's the way that you like to approach being a tight end? I know you're more in line. We've got Harold, who's kind of a receiver, also a tight end, kind of gets in the slot and all that. You're more of an in-line, go-get-'em physical tight end.
Absolutely. I've made my money that way. That's kind of how I've made my name, is just, being able to go in there, do the dirty work.
Yeah.
And I take pride in that. And, I like to be the Swiss Army knife who can do that. If you need me to be out running routes, I can go do that too.
Yep.
So, that's kind of how I kind of prove myself, is just being that all-around tight end is my goal, is to be able to, dominate a DN when I'm blocking, and then also being able to go run a route and, win at the top and, make a name that way. And, also special teams. Special teams is a huge aspect of the game, I think, that gets overlooked. And so, I take pride, whether that's punt, kickoff, return, kickoff, whatever I'm asked to do, punt return. I'll go out there and, I'm going to give my all every single snap.
Yeah.
I hope y'all heard that. He said some key things. He said, I'm here to prove why I deserve a roster spot. He's not saying I'm here to dominate the league. He said, that means you're here to show it to your teammates, the people in the building. You deserve a roster spot. I'm going to do whatever you need me to do. Special teams, a team signs you as a free agent and you talking about special teams. This is a different energy coming to the Browns. And if you notice, a lot of the players that the Browns brought in free agency this year, they're not married to one situation, one style of play, or one position. They all are saying, we're going to do what it takes. We're going to do what it takes. And also, they're all versatile. None of the guys AB signed is like, I play fullback and that's all I do. I play fullback. I don't play special teams. I don't do no. They all are saying we're going to do whatever it takes to win. This is a new mindset. This is a new mindset, y'all. This is a winner's mindset. Now, I hope y'all are catching it, and I hope y'all are enjoying it. This is a good mindset to have. If y'all notice, majority of what I've been telling y'all, and the reason why I'm excited for the Browns this year is because of the mindset. These guys do not have a loser mindset. It is not fair to put the loser mindset that other people have on them. These guys don't sound like they're coming here to tank. They don't sound like they're coming here to be losers. That's not what I don't hear loser when I hear him talk. I didn't hear loser when I heard Quincy Williams talk. I didn't hear loser when I heard Zion talk or Titus. I didn't hear loser. I didn't hear loser from them. So to put that loser stuff on them is just not fair. It's not fair. They don't sound like losers to me. Let me catch up on the chat. Yeah, all their interviews been really good. I agree with that. Shout out to Max. I hope they don't push him back to drink what they did to him. Yeah, it seems like he's talking his way through it. So I hopefully he can stay on his journey with sobriety. And definitely shout out to Maxx Crosby. Everybody they bringing in got a point to prove. For real. Chip on their shoulder. All the guys brought in on offense have playoff pedigree. That's a good sign of where we're heading. You see it. You see it. That's what it sounds like to me. They're flexible. I'm loving this new energy from the Cleveland Browns. The doom and gloom is gone. Incoming winning season. Let's go. Y'all know how I feel. February 6th, I said the Browns will win more games than the Atlanta Falcons. I said that before free agency. I put it out there. It's going to be something I rewind back to at some point this year. I can only tell y'all how I feel and why I feel that way. All flexible and able to adapt. I agree with that, Zedric. All have a winning mentality. They do. Hashtag New Cleveland. D, I'm loving this. My heart is so full of joy. It's all positive. It's all positive, y'all. It's all positive. Something they really needed a good reset. They got a good reset too. They ain't waiting on Arch. Man, the people who said that, like, those people are so out of touch. They're going to win too many games to be in what they want to call the Arch Manning sweepstakes, and they got to watch him for a whole nother year. I watched Arch all this year, and he got some stuff to work on. That's why he's back in school. So, Arch, man, this ain't no hate to you, but we going to win too many games to be talking about Arch Manning. I'm just letting y'all know. Hashtag New Cleveland, for real. Winning mentality rubs off on others. Quinshawn had just came off a championship with the Bucs. He isn't accepting losing either. They're not. They are a breath of fresh air. I agree with that. Who is Max? We were talking about Maxx Crosby for the Raiders earlier, TK. Hashtag the New Cleveland. For real. New Cleveland with a positive outlook feels different from last season. Night and day. Night and day. I have to say my coins just in case the Browns head to the Super Bowl or playoff game. What is for Shedeur is for him and no one can take it. I feel 9 or 10 wins. The Browns are going to shock the NFL world. That's about where I see it too. I don't speculate very often. As I was saying earlier, I don't speculate that often. But if I do speculate, it's something that I really feel and that I have a clear reason for feeling that way. So I'm right there with you. I think it was Latika asked how many wins we thought. It was Latika or Black Pearl in Patreon, and I was like I can't remember if I said 8 to 10 or 9 to 10, but I'm right in that range with you that I see them winning. Let's hear a little bit more from Jack Stoll.
And that's the reality, right? That's the role in this league, is that there are certain people that are out there catching all the touchdowns, and there are other people that got to go out there. By the way, you got in the end zone last year, which I'm sure you're pumped about.
No doubt.
And there are other guys. Did you have a good celebration? I imagine that was one that was, in the offing for quite some time.
Oh, yeah. I think, you just kind of space out a little bit. I don't even know. I might have flipped the ball. Don't check the tape. But, it was awesome, to say the least.
Yeah. So you talking about all the different things and the 3 phases. It is a 3-phase game, and we struggled on special teams last year. I think everybody knows that, and to get somebody who comes in who's like, no, I'm going to go, let's get this cleaned up, that is an awesome thing. When you look at kind of what Todd Monken and now Travis Schweitzer, a new offensive coordinator coming from Baltimore, multiple tight ends a lot of the time there. If you get into that 12 personnel, they had Charlie Kohler, Isaiah Likely, Mark Andrews. Now you come in here, when you know you have an offense that likes to get multiple like that, how exciting is that for you, and knowing that you're going to get those opportunities to do all of the things you were talking about?
Absolutely. It's a huge reason. You look at the success that they had in Baltimore, and especially with the 3 tight ends who went out there and they all played well. They're all very good players in this league. And, this is a very similar system. So, being able to be a part of that is something that, really attracted me to Cleveland. And so, I'm going to go out there, give everything I got, whatever I'm asked to do, I'm going to do it at 100%. At the end of the day, that should be enough, and we'll go from there. So I'm beyond excited for it.
What did you?
And the Cleveland microphones wanted us to believe that no coach wanted to come here. They said no coach wanted to come here. So if they were thinking no coach wanted to come here, they were thinking no players wanted to come here. It's been the complete opposite. Todd Monken wanted this job. He wanted to come here. The offensive coordinators, the offensive staff, the defensive staff, they wanted to come here. The players, they want to be here. The Cleveland microphones got to catch up, y'all. They have to catch up. Gotcha. Thanks for catching me up. No problem, TK. Speaking into existence for real. Detroit Gemini, 10 wins or more. Let's get it. I need a divisional title, and it's wide open. Hold on. I need a divisional title, and it's wide open to get this year like last year's was. New era in the AFC North. Cedric, talk about a big, good point. Very, 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 very good point there. Opportunity was there to be had, y'all. The opportunity was there to be had last year, and we just let it slip away. We let it slip away. So they're definitely going to take advantage of it this year. Definitely going to take advantage of it this year. D112 learns those defenses. It's going to get dangerous. He getting better. I'm telling you, he getting better. He's getting better.
Everybody stay on that side when they switched up. You switched up, stay on that side, man.
Marie, what is going on? Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Glad to have you. D, I like him. Good old country boy. Love it. If you notice, some of the guys that they signed, they have some similar traits. We should be looking at tight ends in the draft. Sounds like another In the Weeds video. That's not a bad idea. I think we still need to add one more tight end in the draft. So let me just take that note real quick. I agree with that. We need one more. Professional football players. That's it. Yeah, I want them to draft another tight end too. I do. D, I was just thinking the same thing. They said no one will want to go to Cleveland. New energy, new Cleveland. For real. How many times are they going to get it wrong? How many times are the Cleveland microphones going to get it wrong? There's a difference in being someone. There's a difference in being somewhere you want to be and somewhere you got to be. I like that, Latika. Mike Tomlin has some great quotes. You know, one of the quotes he has, we want volunteers, not hostages. They thought we was going to have to go through the scrap heap and get hostages as coaches, hostages as players. It's the opposite. We got volunteers as coaches because they want to be here. We got volunteers as players because they want to be here. So shout out to Mike Tomlin. He always got something. Always got a mic drop. Let's keep it moving forward. Let's keep it going. I told y'all. I'm going to talk about the Cleveland microphones when they get it wrong. But y'all know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to give the Cleveland microphones props when they get it right. When the Cleveland microphones get it right, I'm going to get them props. Tony Grossi is going to get it right. Let's play this, y'all. New energy brings new enemies. Hey, that's part of the game.
One under a rookie contract.
Hold on. Cleveland Media and Kevin made it hard for us to cheer or even become a fan of the team. The vibe is different, and now I can focus a little more on the team instead of solely on Shedeur. Forever 12. Joanna, I agree with that. It was so much going on, so many stories, so many distractions. We were constantly on guard from a new live being put out till now. We can just focus on what really is important, and that's the football, the players, and the team. But I'm going to let y'all know when they get it right. So here's Tony Grossi.
When you have the ability to get one, you're.
Hold on, let me take it back slightly, because this is kind of how I view it too. I'm always surprised when I agree with Tony Grossi, but let's go.
Admirable restraint in not trading for a receiver, even one under a rookie contract. When you have the ability to get one, your own, why give up a pick to get somebody else's disappointment?
Well, then, Tony, that brings me to
why give up a pick to get somebody else's disappointment? Later on in this, Tony Grossi is going to say you're also going to have to help them unlearn everything they learned about the previous NFL system that they had versus you starting with a clean slate and you just building them up in your system. So I heard Tony Grossi say this. I was really surprised. And I said, hey, Tony Grossi, I'm with you when you're right. so many times, I know y'all are used to me disagreeing with the Cleveland microphones, but I'm telling y'all, it's equal opportunity over here. When they get it right, I'm going to say they got it right. Unfortunately, for some of them, it's going to take way longer for me to ever have to say that. Y'all can figure out who I'm talking about there. Mary Kay. Let's keep it moving, y'all. Let's keep it moving.
This week seems to be the week to dump on the Browns.
Now, hold on. This is very funny to me. So right here, 92.3 The Fan, this is the afternoon drive. Have y'all ever seen a situation where somebody always down to somebody or speaking bad on them, and then somebody outside the group speaks bad on them, and then they get mad at the other person for saying the exact same thing? See, this is my friend. I can say my friend got nappy hair, but you can't. That is what the Cleveland media is doing right here, in my opinion, in this video. Hey, I can talk about the Cleveland media negative from sun up to sundown, but don't let nobody on the outside tell me nothing bad about the Cleveland media. What? Come on, man. Let me catch up on the chat, and then we're going to get to this. I thought this was hilarious. Why give a pick to get someone's disappointment? Tony spitting facts. I'm telling you. When I heard Tony Grossi say that, I said, man, I got to give him his props. Tony a changed man. He trying to get on Monken's good side, as he should, if he wants to be a real insider. He said, look, man, it's a spot up for grabs. I'm putting in work. Tony been moving different, for real. He been moving real different. Tony Grossi know better. He just choose to be wrong. Talk to him, Latika. New energy brings hope and positivity where there is none. We bring positivity, not the negative side. Wrong channel for that nonsense. Yeah, it's one of those. I just brush it off, Marie. Like, it's one of those things. When you have success, it's gonna be a negative side. It's the other side of the coin. It's the yin and the yang. You're gonna have a lot of positivity, and then you're gonna have other people who only see the negative. So, it's part of the game. Let's get to them. I thought this was hilarious. Don't say nothing bad about the team I say bad stuff about all the time. If I remember, wasn't Nick the one saying, oh man, the Browns lost out on Tyler Linderbaum? That seems like that's a problem. They were outbid by the Raiders. Oh, the offensive line doesn't really seem like an upgrade. It just kind of seems like we shifted some stuff around. I don't really know. Maybe they overpaid for Titus Howard. So y'all were just saying all those things. Man, we should really go after Kyler Murray. We should go after Geno Smith. We should really go after all these different quarterbacks. But let somebody else say that, y'all got a problem with it. Come on, man. I think all the microphones will change their tunes. Some just slower than others, for real. That's true. They won't say it, but they pitted Dylan, and that's why they defended him so hard, for real. What I do, Tony? Tony, what I do? Let's get it.
It's off season. We have had, and it started, the first one I saw yesterday was where Daryl said the Browns are no better. I might be, if I'm paraphrasing this, let me know. But the Browns are no better today than they were a week ago, which is wild because they have an offensive line and they didn't a week ago.
Well, I think that was the gist of it. I do think you can have a conversation about how much better they got or if they got better. The people that are suggesting they got like drastically worse, that's an interesting one.
Well, let's start with that. Robert Mays of The Athletic was talking about the Browns offseason, and consider him not convinced.
I think they're definitely worse. I think the offensive line, I know that they added like a few names, but I think the offensive line will take some amount of step back. Losing David Njoku isn't the biggest deal because obviously we love Harold Fannin, but he is a talented player, and we've seen Todd Monken use 2 tight ends a lot. They are a team where they have 2 first-round picks, so it complicates it a little bit. Like, this is one where we could look a little bit later in the offseason and be like, oh, they solved a couple of those things in the first round, but for the most part, I don't think they upgraded anywhere, except maybe arguably Quincy Williams over Devin Bush, I think is like, that could work out for the defense, but otherwise it was hard for me to get there with a lot of these.
All right, so that was the first national guy that they played. Do y'all believe that the Browns' offensive line is going to be worse? Do y'all believe that? I don't think this person watches film, because to me, the Browns' offensive line almost can't get any worse. I go back and watch the film, y'all. I watch film a lot, and it's amazing how bad it was. Like, I don't think whoever that person talking was watched any film. I'm convinced he probably didn't watch any games. He just crunching a bunch of PFF numbers, because it is no way he believes that statement, unless he just don't know what he's talking about. Let's catch up on the chat. Last season, Kevin Stefanski fed the media all those false narratives about Shedeur. The difference is Tony is reading the room, moving on Messi, K, Lima, and Jason. Double down on the lies. At this point, it's a choice. That's a fact. They're making a clear choice. A clear choice. Joanna, they switch up daily. They do. Nick put out a poll yesterday saying, would you rather have Shedeur be in the top 10 or top 16 QB and the Browns are 7-10, or they win 2 games and draft a first round pick? A whole clown. So just think about this. I didn't even see that, Zedric. I didn't see that. And I just was saying how they speak bad about the Browns, but they want to get defensive when somebody else speak bad about the Browns. What is that? What is that? Come on, man. What are we doing? The only answer is you want Shedeur playing like a top 16 QB and the Browns go 7-10. That is moving forward. That is progress. Like, their questions don't even make sense. Come on, man. What we doing? What we doing, y'all? What are we doing?
Oh my God! Wow! I got money.
Shout out to Miss Brown. I appreciate you. You've been here a very long time. Been supporting for a long time. And actually, I got a notification. This is your 20th super chat on live stream. So I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for all your support from the beginning. Because remember, when I first started live streaming, I'm telling you, it was about 7 people here. And the ones I can remember right off the top of my head, Brent was here. Miss Brown was here. Beast was here. So it was a few that's been here a long time. Latika was here. So shout out to y'all. I appreciate all y'all support. I appreciate you. But how they didn't get better, Latika, it doesn't make sense. These people are just talking. They really got mad at Dylan when he called them entertainers in public. I remember Stephen A. Smith was about to go off on them when Dylan Gabriel said that. And then the Browns put out that Joe Flacco was going to be the starter to cover up the news. Ever since Dylan threw shots at Shedeur, I was done with him, for real. I just looked at it like, nah, you taking shots. I see what you're doing. It can't get no worse than what they had. For real. It was very bad. I don't think they realized how bad the offensive line was. They're not thinking about it. Bodies are better than what they had. For real. This is not to pick on Cam Robinson as a person. As a player, there were times Cam Robinson went and set and he didn't touch anybody on the other team. That doesn't mean nobody was close to him, but he touched no one on the other team. Nobody. And it's like, do they realize that's how bad it was? I don't think they do. The short snippets I've heard lately from these two have been very negative about Shedeur and the team. They have done a total change up from last season. What is really going on? It's only so long you can get up in front of people and speak before your true intentions show. That's all it is. I'm a competitor, and you all are entertainers. No one is buying that even now, Dylan. Nope. It ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. I'm beginning to believe the national media just doesn't like Haslam. They always hate everything they do at the bottom, but they love Kevin. It's so strange. It don't even make sense. It doesn't make sense. If Shedeur is a top 16 QB, they aren't losing 10 games with that defense. Let's be real. Very simple. Cam Robinson is bad at his job. For real. Like, I don't think they realize how bad he was. I don't think they realize. It's AB coded. They want him fired for picking Shedeur and failing. Latika, that's the one I'm talking about. That's the one I'm talking about. Knocked over with one hand. One hand. At this point, if anybody is saying that the Browns are not getting better, they are not Browns fans. They are not Browns fans. They don't understand football. They don't understand how rough it was for the Browns last year. They have no idea. No idea. It's somebody else they go critique from the national media. Let's go.
I don't really get where he's going with this one. Again, we didn't have an offensive line at the end of the season.
Yeah, so I don't know how you say the offensive line got worse. I don't expect you to say that it got significantly better. And so, like, here's where I'll meet anybody that says this team is maybe, let's say, not drastically better. I'll meet you there.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can have those convos. Hell, Vegas had you at, 5 wins last year, whatever it was, 5.5 when it's said and done. You're 6.5 now. So if you're trying to bark up the tree of this being some sort of massive improvement, I don't get on board with that. But I don't get on board with the idea that this team is worse, considering that offensive line was one of the worst offensive lines I've ever seen.
Also,
like 5 new bodies at all is going to be better than what they had last year.
What if they subtracted it's David and Njoku was like the...
I'm with you when you're right. Now they're talking. 5 new bodies is better than what they had last year. When I'm telling y'all, when I go back and watch the film and I'm focusing on like small things, so I might be looking at Shedeur's footwork, or I'm looking at what this player does on this play, it jumps off the page how fast people are beating the offensive linemen that the Browns had last year. How fast they're just knocking them down, throwing them around, all that. So if you want to say they didn't get better, then you just don't. you just don't want to watch football. And that contract they gave Deshaun, that's where it really started. You know what? We were in a spot where we believed our defense was close, but we felt our offense had all the tools, and they thought we could. They thought we could go all in. We can push our chips in. The problem is, it's one thing if you do like Denver did and you pushing your chips in and you go get a veteran wide receiver, it doesn't hamper you as much. It's totally different when you push all your chips in for a quarterback and it don't work. So I understand the thought process. It definitely didn't work. It definitely didn't work. But I understand how they was thinking, but it didn't work. It just, there's no other way to put it. It did not work. I know Shedeur is beyond elated about his new teammates. For real, they bring in a different energy. Cam was a perfect example of eating for free, getting paid to show up, for real. Y'all know the meme where the dude is working at the stadium doing security and he had a person lift their arms up and he just swing the thing right past and letting everybody go, barely checking him? That's what was happening. That's what was happening. It's bad when the local media aren't really Browns fans either. That's crazy, for real. In sports, it's not that often that teams are covered by people who are actually fans of that team. It's not that often, because if you really go around and look for it, it's kind of rare where a person is born and raised a fan of that team and they get to cover that team, because you usually got to go where the job is. So you end up covering someone else. I'll give you all an example. So a lot of people probably don't know this, but Nick Wilson, the guy on the right with his hat to the back, he was covering the Carolina Panthers. He was covering the Carolina Panthers. He don't seem like a Carolina Panthers fan to me. And then he went back home and he put out a big announcement and, said he was going to cover the Browns. So it's not that often that you get to cover the team that you grew up liking. So it's actually less common, I think people think. The Browns immediately got better the day Kevin was fired. Keith, talk to him. The mere fact that they kept Cam Robinson in the O-line rotation week after week when he was complete trash spoke volumes of high-level sabotage. Shedeur legit could have got hurt because of him. He just, in passing game, he was not it. He was slightly better in the run game, but in the passing game, it was no bueno. That part, they never have anything good to say about the team. Nothing. They also pushed their chips in for a guy that hadn't played in a year and a half. They had to expect some rustiness, for real. I think they was like, man, he going to be rust, but I don't think he going to be like this. But it just was a bad marriage, because as soon as he got here, Stefanski wanted to do everything the way he did it. He did. The first year Deshaun actually played, he did not design the offense around Deshaun's strengths. And that's where the problem started. I think there's one more person they're going to kind of speak on. Let's see.
The big.
That's the case Robert Mays is trying to make. There is Njoku being gone is some sort of big deal,
which David has not really been. I mean, since.
All right, never mind. I changed my mind. That's enough of them. I changed my mind. That's enough of them. We're going to keep this thing moving forward. We're going to keep it moving forward. That's enough of them.
Offensive lineman?
Let me pause it. The local media refuses to report on a positive. It's weird. The new guys are excited to be here. They like and support Shedeur. They are ready to start anew and win. Do better, local media. For real. The Cleveland microphones got to do better. They got to sing a different song. They are stuck on the old hits, and they got to sing a new song. They got to drop a new hit record. They are just playing the rewinds that don't work anymore. They don't fit the time. So they got to step it up. Bait us. No, it got better. They did. Wait. No, it got better. Did they see 72? OMG. For real, pass blocking was not it. For KT Levinston, he was better he's a better run blocker, but pass block was not it. Is Cam off our team yet? Yeah, he's a free agent. Nobody signed him. He's a free agent. I thought this was funny. Shout out to Latika. She also put this in the Patreon. I thought this was hilarious. They got great chemistry. Deebo always going at Joe when he's speaking about the Browns. And it's funny also to see Joe Hayden wearing all Steelers stuff and then talking about the Browns. It's just funny. Let's get to it. I enjoyed this.
And/or wide receiver. We got 2. So
who told you that? Andrew Berry?
No, I just know. I don't even
talk to you.
Listen, I'm not giving out all of our goods right now, Deebo. Just relax. Just relax. Me and Andrew Berry we good. Okay? That's why I'm letting you know what's going on right now. We believe Andrew Berry knows. We got 2. We don't have to worry about a quarterback right now. We have 2 quarterbacks that are going to be fighting for it. We got Deshaun Watson still. He's going to be on the team this season going against Shedeur. It's a long year. So both of them are going.
Dylan Gabriel ain't even there, huh?
Listen. Yes, he's there. He's there.
Why Deebo starting stuff? Let Joe Hayden get his thoughts out. Why are you starting stuff? Why are you starting stuff asking about Dylan Gabriel? Why? Leave Dylan Gabriel out of this. I think I'm taking Peter Lynn invitation to the cookout back. Sorry, not invited. They don't even talk to you like that, for real. Well, the Dallas Cowboys media isn't like this. If they are or not fans, they don't attack new players and are so negative about everything concerning the team. Every year there's hope in Dallas. That is a fact, Marie. Every single year, regardless of what happened last year. Cleveland, now people are seeing it's the media so much more is the one that's carrying the negative side of things. It's the media, not necessarily the Browns. Exactly. This is how the media welcomes new players. Sad. Look at the question that Zion Johnson got about not being able to pass block. Look at the question that Mary Kay asked Quincy Williams about him being benched. So Deebo is stirring the pot on this, y'all. He is stirring the pot.
Respectfully, he's there, but the fight is a two dog race, and he's not in it right now.
It's either a 2-dog fight or a two-horse race.
Which
one,
race.
Joe?
2-horse race or a 2-dog fight. Either one of the two.
Okay.
So we got that. The defense.
So you be fighting dogs now, huh?
See,
oh my God.
All right, well, let's change that. 2-horse race. Okay.
Y'all supposed to be the dog pound. Look at you getting scared. Y'all supposed to be a 2-dog fight. Look at you. Look at you. That's why I know, Joe. You still got a lot better than Browns in you, man. So hesitant you worried about. Be aggressive.
People love, but you're not. People love their dogs. Look at you. People love their dogs.
You know why I got my dog, Joe?
What?
My dog is there.
Oh my goodness, this is hilarious. I will let it play.
To protect me. He is there to give me enough time to go down there and if need be, get shot and killed so I could get to my gun and defend myself. That's it. I'm gonna be hurt that he gone, but I'm gonna go ahead the next day and get me a new one, raise him right, and get him to do the same thing. It's an animal. I love my animal. Okay, you understand that? But he is there for a purpose. It ain't to feed him and just say, "Oh, Google Gaga, cute boy." No, somebody running here, the alarm go off. You better bite. You better bite somebody ass.
I hear you.
He had to take his glasses off and let him know I'm serious about what I'm saying.
I hear you.
Alert me, do something.
It's an alarm.
You got down there taking
got an
the
alarm
out his
dog.
hand like he robbing my
got
house.
an alarm dog.
I got a security.
Got an alarm dog. So back to my man Andrew Berry. Because Andrew Berry, like I said,
he cooking with boiling water. I'll give him that.
Like I said, at the same time, we got
boiling water.
Stop playing. Stop playing. Put some respect on AB's name. When you say AB's name, put some respect on it.
Put some respect on my name. You understand me? When y'all saying my name, put some respect on it.
Put some respect on AB's name. Don't be talking about he cooking with boiling water. Don't talk about AB like that. Put some respect on his name. Let me catch up in the chat and we gonna keep it going. This is our year. I hear that all the time here since it's a lot of Cowboys fans in Arkansas. Deebo is hilarious. He is. Yeah, I think people lumping the media and the Browns organization together. The Browns need to change that perception. I think they're starting to change that right now, Detroit Gemini. You're so right. I get mad at them sometimes for being so positive. I be one to call the ish out. Jerry Jones probably not having that in his city, for real. Deebo is funny. Deebo was wrong about the dog. Yeah, he just put the dog out there. Win or lose, we always have hope, even when we were trying to get rid of Dak. I remember that. Daisha said, Deebo, dead wrong. That's a good point. Jerry Jones probably has nipped that in the bud. What 11s, I love them together. They too funny together. Deebo is so wrong. Y'all letting the Sanders. All right, you got to go. You got to go. You got to go. You got to go. Peace out. Peace out. All right. Can the owners put something addressing this negative commentary that the Cleveland media is constantly putting out with consequences starting with revoking their access to the team and pressers? I think they can kind of just. Jimmy Haslam did say it. Like, I take offense to how y'all are talking about us, talking about my team, and all those things. So that's probably the most he'll do unless they get some type of scandal. I don't think they would revoke their access. Yes, I love when they crash out after losses too. RG3 lumping AB, Browns, and their negative media together. People like to hear when certain people say good stuff about situations with Shedeur and all this stuff. That's why I just moved right past whatever he was talking about. I moved right past whatever RG3 was talking about. Yeah, Britt, they got to keep it moving. Sit to the shadow realm. Let's keep it going.
We got our defense is set too. So don't forget. Now we lost D Bush, but we signed Quincy Williams. And then our rookie did he win defensive rookie of the year? Probably. Yeah, you already know Carson. You already know he's not playing. So linebackers, defense solid. We need to make sure that we get Shedeur Shedeur, he has another year of growth. So I'm liking what we're doing. We need to we haven't gone flashy. If we would have got a receiver, I would have been geeked. I would have been so hyped. But I know he still knows that we need that. So we're going to get that in the draft and probably a tackle. So we do that, I'm telling you. Shedeur just grows. Give him another year. Coach actually believes in him. Todd Monken actually believes in him. Shedeur, man, we wanted to get you when he was in the Ravens. We just need just show me that you know what I'm saying? Just a little bit of respect, a little bit of love.
Ain't that when your boy Dylan Gabriel hit him with the perfect timing because he didn't take the timing of what was going on over there? Ain't that what he? I think they got some beef in the locker room. I hope they do.
Zero beef.
Make it up.
Zero beef. No.
He said, I hope they do. I'm going to make it up if they don't got the beef. Come on, Deebo. Don't be that way. Don't be that way. Don't be that way. AB deserves respect, for real. Just block them from any information about the organization. I agree with that. One thing I didn't miss was commentary from RG3. Yeah, I blew right past that. I was like, yeah, I don't want nothing to do with that. That's why they're getting news when we get it. No leakage, for real. Marie, I don't think they realize I be multitasking up here, y'all. I be multitasking up here. They could, but I think the media is so programmed to do it, they won't care. RG3 is so goofy. Even when he said the right thing, I can't hear him, for real. I can't do it. This Shedeur real rookie season. I agree with that. Deebo is a mess. He is talking about he gonna start the drama.
No beef.
It ain't what Dylan Gabriel fiance was saying earlier, how everybody wanted him to play over Shedeur.
If all of that, and listen, if the Dylan,
that's what your teammates are saying from what his fiance is saying. Pillow talking.
This what I'll tell you. This what I'll tell you. This what I'll tell you. It's Deshaun Watson and Shedor's team right now. Deshaun has another year because my man got the 43. Okay.
Why you ain't giving no respect to Dylan?
That's what I'm telling you. This is what I'm trying to tell you. If Dylan,
you get something. Put his name and say his name.
Dylan Gabriel. Dylan Gabriel.
His name.
And if it's just because you're trying to bring up this noise, Dylan Gabriel don't got to be on the team. He could slide because we're not worried about we're not letting this third string quarterback is not about to be the reason why we're tripping.
Ain't that what they were saying about Shedeur, third string quarterback? Ain't gonna be the reason why we
I'm
up
gonna tell you
here
this.
Getting all this media and that was why your boy over there, Stefanski, was like, yo, I don't want this. I don't need this. This is the third string quarterback. I'm just telling you what he said. That's what he was saying. Now you talking about you just go, huh?
Because they didn't initially believe. You gotta initially be a believer.
When did he start believing in
who?
When?
He never believed. He still don't believe. And that's why you can't be the coach of the team if you don't believe that your quarterback can actually do it.
I need to talk to Monken and ask him how he feels about his quarterback room. And is there going to be...
He didn't name the starter. So I think it's going to be a legitimate battle between Watson.
Where everyone is considered a one and gets reps with the ones, even Dylan Gabriel, because he was a starting quarterback for you guys.
He's going to be
last year.
Team, but he's going to be... If we're going to have two active quarterbacks, it's going to be Deshaun and Shedeur. And Dylan's going to be he's going to be inactive.
Hey, Deebo was getting on Joe Hayden nerves towards the end of this. Like, hey, quit playing all them games. Stop playing all them games with me. Deebo, an instigator, he is. Deebo picked up on the shade from DG2. He did. I agree. It's an asterisk by last year for Shedeur. Y'all just mad because of who RG3 is married to? Nah, he do some goofy stuff. Deebo's so funny. He is hilarious. This is why he's gone. Yeah, you can love who you love. I don't got no problem with that. He just... Okay, John. John, I'm trying to figure out your angle, man. I'm trying to figure out your angle, John. I'm trying to figure it out. Because you could join the last guy. Just like on was it Friday After Next? Y'all know what happened to the last security. I'm trying to figure out your angle, John. I'm trying to figure it out. Because we know Shedeur ain't third string. Deebo is the dog that carries the bone, for real. DG was collateral damage. It is sort of sad that Stanky used DG, for real. Joe be so passionate about his team, so funny, for real. Because he feeling it. Good point, Joe. Inactive. I told y'all he's just going to be there. Who mad? It's somebody that I'm giving him one more comment. Sometimes I think this is what happens. People think because you go on YouTube, you are inviting every single individual to be here. If you are here just to throw off the stream, just to, that's the only thing. Just to throw off the stream, you don't have to be here. You don't have to be here. And I have no problem saying go somewhere else. I'm not the people that y'all watch. My whole stream is a conversation. So if you want to be here and try to throw off the conversation, you can join them in the shadow realm. You can join them. You can join them. So you've been warned. RG3 is goofy and he can't come to the cookout. I don't even. Yeah, that's all it is, Jordan. That's why I say, like, I just put you out. I just put you out. I just put you out because you know their intention. You know what I'm saying? It's people who didn't get enough love growing up. They need hugs. Go buy you a dog if you need some attention. You go to a place you're not invited to, and then you just want to throw it off. It's like, come on, man. Come on, man. See, because what happens is other people don't look at their chat. Other people don't interact with their chat. Since I do those things, you know what I'm saying? You can just go. You can join them in the shadow room. You can join them. You getting big, D. You got trolls now. Told you they watching. If I say they watching, it's gonna look a certain way. But if y'all see that they watching, then what? You know what I'm saying? Hey, I said, look, when y'all see these things, you cannot see it. I said, when I have a stream that goes over 1K, ideas from that stream get remixed and borrowed. They just don't give me credit for it. So now when y'all see it, you know what I'm saying? Talk to him, Maya.
Everybody stay on that side when they switched up. You switched up, stay on that side, man.
I don't have no time for the people who are sitting in their room and let me find it. I don't have no time for these keyboard warriors who be like this. They go into everyone. I don't like what y'all talking about over there, so I'm gonna try to go and throw everything off and be gone. Be gone. Be gone. You got enough attention. You got enough attention. You got enough. Hopefully you feel good. Go create another YouTube so you can try to come back and comment. We gave you enough shine for the day. That was your warm embrace. That was your energy. What Chris Brown say? Deuces. Deuces. I don't got no time for these people, man. I'm in a good mood. I'm feeling good. It's Wednesday. We hype. We got some new energy in Colorado. We got some new energy in Cleveland. Man, I don't got no time for these people who need hugs and love. Go get you some hugs and love and leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Y'all, we here. We are here.
Let's get ready to rumble.
We made it to the main event. We made it to the main event, y'all. We made it to the main event. Y'all see the thumbnail. Two coaches who, let me pause this. Two coaches who I really appreciate their outlook. I really appreciate their energy and how they are changing things up. They are changing it up, and I really like it. So we're going to look at it. We're going to see. We're going to look at it. We're going to see. That's why I like your show. People in the chat don't always agree, but we can respect each other's feelings, for real. They're attention seeking. No one is engaging with them. The people they like, rage baiting at its worst, for real. That's why I just laugh at it. Like, I give them a second. Hey, I give them a second. I'm trying to see which angle you coming from. I'm trying to see which angle you coming from. But I just trust my instinct. So if I get that inkling that you just trying to throw things off, man, stay on that side.
When they switched up. You switched up, stay on that side, man.
Stay on that side. Right, be gone. Yeah, they got to go. Let me put on my troll hunting hat for real. Their whole objective is to disrupt the conversation. I agree. How you hating from outside the club? You can't even get in. Misery loves company, for real. Trolls be the last to comment on Pro Shedeur's channels thinking they rage bait, but really looking pathetic because they're seeking attention from the crowd they supposedly hate. Just sad. For real. It is. I just laugh at them. Hey, I just laugh, man. You know, I'm just happy that I was given enough attention growing up. My parents expressed how much they appreciated me, how much they loved me. They gave me enough affection that I'm not an adult going into spaces and trying to disrupt situations so I can get that same love. So I just say that. But let's get it. Let's go. Brennan Marion, y'all know he is the creator of the Go-Go offense. I've been telling y'all for a while. that I'm really excited for CU. I'm really excited for what they're doing. They have new energy. The Browns have new energy. Anytime we can take additional look at Brennan Marion and his energy and what he brings, we'll do it. And we're going to do the same thing with Mike Rutenberg. Let's get it. This is Brennan Marion. Shout out to CU. Colorado Football on YouTube actually put this out. And this is Meet Coach Brennan Marion, Colorado's new offensive coordinator. Let's go.
How y'all feel? How y'all feel?
I always say your gift will make room for you and put you in front of great men. My gift has always been developing young men, coaching football, and that connected me with Coach Prime.
Is that true?
I think that our trajectory together, we can do really good things here at Colorado.
Yeah! All that blitzing!
Every time you see me, you're going to see the same guy. And I think that that's what the kids really love about when they see me as a coach.
We got to go hard every day. That's the only way we're going to get better, if we go hard.
We got to go hard every day. That's the only way we're going to get better is if we go hard every day. Every day. I like his intensity. I like his understanding. I like his offense. I like his energy. I like his passion. If you want to know who I'm excited for, I'm always drawn to good leadership. I believe good leadership is where it starts as a team. I'm not one of those pie in the sky people that's always saying it's on the owner or it's on this, it's on that. Leadership, to me, when I'm talking about football, it's that GM and it's that head coach. In the NFL and college, it's that administrator that's not the person I'm thinking of. It's that what is it? The athletic director allowing the head coach and giving the head coach enough resources to do what they need to do, trickle downs from there. That's where I look at points of leadership where you can make a difference. Because what people do is they blame the owner or they blame the overall school, and it's like, nah, this is where the impact is happening. So I go to where the impact is happening, and if I see change there, if I see the right energy, I'm drawn to it. And I'm drawn to that in CU, and I'm drawn to that with the Cleveland Browns. So let's go.
Go. Come forward. Come forward on the hitch. There you go. Good. Do that every time. We got to master our footwork.
One great year can change our lives, everybody in this room. It's not my offense, it's our offense. When you walk through that door, you're a Colorado Buffalo, and we're here to win.
Good. Hey, take your time. 1001, 1002, then run your arrow.
I got an opportunity to play for Gus Malzahn at the University of Tulsa.
Yeah, Brennan's the one guy that can run with just about anybody.
And Mike Norvell, we ran a really high.
James Woodard, what's going on? The new DC on CU is a real dog. I agree. Hopefully they do one on him as well, because then we'll break down if Colorado football puts out one on him as well. So I'm excited about him too. I'm telling y'all, it's some changes happening. It's some changes happening.
High-powered offense. We one of the top offenses in college football.
Marion makes up for that fumble in a hurry. Marion into the end zone, touchdown.
From there, I kind of just, call it like the quantum leap. I just started studying football from the first football game till modern day football.
It's a psychological game on offense, He's a defensive guy. He works off of emotion. We work off of execution on the offensive side of the ball.
I like it. One thing about his, I was looking into his go-go offense. I watched a lot of interviews from him. I watched a lot of different times where he's explaining the principles of it. And the core value of one of the core values of his go-go offense is to make the defense have to show their hand through leverage. So the way he does that is he will overload one side of the field. He will have no receivers on one side, and he'll have every offensive skill player on the right side of the field. What does that do? That forces the defense to show exactly what they're doing, which is going to make his read for his quarterback a lot easier. So if I take the tight end, if I take the receivers, and I take the running backs and I put them all to the right, can that defense still line up with a cornerback, the safeties, the linebackers on the left side when there's nothing there? No, they cannot. They have to match up. Then what happens? You look at their alignment. If they match up like they're in man, what does it tell you? They match up like they're in zone where they're leaving holes. What does it tell you? And then he teaches his quarterbacks to just read the keys off of that. Also, something interesting about him, when he was designing his offense, he learned how to play quarterback. He trained himself on how to play quarterback. So he could see what they would see going through every progression and every read and going through every decision they would make from the quarterback's perspective. He also went to defensive coordinators and he said, if I do this, what is your counter? If I overload here, what's your counter? If I put motion here, how do you defeat this? So he didn't just put an offense together and then think about what the defense will do later. As he built the offense, he also took input from DCs on what they would do in real time. So it's just a very, very, very special thing he did with him creating his own offense. Tessa, what is going on?
Well.
We work off execution. I like that. Telling you, he dropped casual bars as he's speaking. It's crazy. I can't wait to see what this offense does. I think this is the best offensive weapons that he has had to work with. I agree. Because the places he's been before, he's had like Sacramento State. I watched a lot of their film. He had some really good running backs. He had one really, really, really good receiver. So when you just look at it, Colorado, what have they had every year? Every year they've had skill player talent every year. So then you add that with upgraded offensive line, upgrade quarterback play from the start this year versus last year. And he brought one of his running backs from Sacramento State with him. So to me, the haters going to be mad by the end of the year. They're going to be mad. Let's keep it going.
Let's be better today. Let's be better today. Let's get right today.
I hope every day that I influence somebody and I impact their lives in a positive way. And that's kind of how I've always operated. And that's kind of been my calling card, to be a guy who can, bring people together with his energy.
See right there, you need a little more, you feel me? A little more juice with your feet. A little more juice with your feet.
I say an alarm clock doesn't wake me up, right? Like my goals, dreams, my why, my kids, my family, that's what wakes me up every morning.
I don't need no motivational speech. I still see that eviction notice on my mom's door.
Y'all hear that? He said, my kids, my why, my family. Those are my reasons. Y'all going to hear a lot of people talking about the why. You're going to hear that with the Browns. You're going to hear that with Colorado. The reason why that's important is because then you can identify why a person is here. You can tap into why they should keep going forward. It's just getting a better understanding of each person. Also, y'all remember last year, Shedeur said, I need to know the why of things. That helps you get a better understanding. I think he might have intimidated some people. When he was asking the why question. But I think the why question is very important. He brought two running backs. Two running backs, one wide receiver, and offensive lineman. Man, I remember he brought the better of the running backs he had last year. I didn't realize he brought both of them. Okay, solid. So he got some people who can instill what he wants to do. So that's good. The difference in this coaching team, in my opinion, is they can stand the gap. Coach Prime thought he had that last year and unfortunately got a rude awakening. Coach has confidence in his crew. It's a different type of energy over there, y'all. A different type of energy. He's next up. I agree. Trolls got a job to do too. Let them learn with the rest of us. Hey, the trolls can learn if they sit there and be quiet. Just don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't ask questions. The trolls don't ask questions. Insecure people don't like when you ask why. I know, because they feel attacked. Just believe me. Nah. The only people who can really just tell you things without telling you the why is your parents. So when you're growing up as a kid, you've heard this before. Because I said so. That works from your parents. Might work from your grandma. Might work from your granddad. It holds less weight even if an auntie or uncle says, because I said so. So when you go out into the real world, because I said so, don't work no more. Talk to me. Tell me why we doing this. Explain this. In every business, they explain the why. Why they're doing this. Everywhere you go, they explain it. Everywhere they go, they explain it. Everybody that has success can explain the why. So you got to be able to explain it. What are the odds that Shedeur just looks at film differently? It's possible. It's possible because you think about it. So I was watching something with Chase Daniels, and Chase Daniels was breaking down different zone defenses. And when he got once he got past cover 4, when you got past cover 4, he said, "Oh, this is cover 5." And a lot of people call it cover 6. Some people call it cover 8. So it could just be different terminology that makes you see it different. So everybody he could see it different, and it's just a terminology issue. So some people might think that, oh no, this is a lack of understanding, where really it could be, you call it, where you were at, they call it cover 5, and here we call it cover 6. Just like Nick Saban, he brought on the cover 7. So it can just be different terminology and people think you don't understand. Not if you're asking me for some money. I don't know about that, R-Jizzle, because wherever I was when I was training people at jobs, I just explained the why. So then they wouldn't have that question later. So I don't mind, even if it's in that situation, if you ask the why. See, I don't mind that. I don't mind that. I thought he brought one running back. Welch and Track Hawk was there already, and I thought 9 came from Alabama. I thought he brought one too, but if I'm wrong, my apologies. I thought he brought one. People who know what they're doing aren't intimidated by folks who ask why. It's an opportunity to explain the mechanics of what you are discussing. I agree with that. They're all upset the hole they dug for Sanders. They're all upset the hole they dug for Sanders they fell in. Look at how people now view Kevin Stefanski and Cleveland local media. People think they're trash. Yeah, they do. They did not come out this thing looking good. I never hesitate to give a troll a block party on my social media page. For real. Y'all see me. I don't mind it. Did you see RG3? James, I saw the title of his video and I just scrolled past it, just to be honest with you. RG3 is not consistent enough for me. He's not consistent enough for me. Exactly. Why tends to bring out insecurities if you got them. I agree with that. Intelligent critical thinkers needs to know the why. Not enough critical thinkers anymore. I agree with that as well, Detroit Gemini. Saban trying to sabotage the NIL, mess up these boys' money. F him. I gotta look into that. I don't know much about that. But that's interesting. That's interesting because Alabama, they was playing people before NIL, so now they're gonna be the ones who. I don't know. I gotta look into that. I'm out the loop on that one, Jizzle. I got to look into that. All right, let's play.
I need no motivational speech.
The 3 things that we have going for us right now that we're working on every day is love, right? Our connection and our chemistry.
Good job pulling the ball and taking off. Let's not be on the ground, though.
The vibe, right? So our energy.
Get our energy right. Come on, Soto.
And then discipline, right? So we're looking at how disciplined are we on doing the details and doing the little things right every day.
Move your feet. Use your feet. Buckle your helmet. Come alive. Boom. Boom. Hey, get your foot behind the line.
Being here and seeing what.
Y'all, this is coaching, man. Y'all see how he just went through that so smooth? Move your feet. Buckle your helmet. And let's go. Like, I like that. Like, this is coaching, man. This is coaching. He been pushing it hard with Trump and some more folks. D is true. Oh yeah, no, I wasn't saying it wasn't true. I was just saying I haven't looked into it. Shedeur has no problem reading defense. He just learned a new system like anybody learns at their new jobs. They want to act like Shedeur wasn't a rookie learning new things so bad. It's so weird. Yeah, even if you have experience, I don't think people really think about this. Even if you have experience where you worked at previously, when you go to a new company, they're going to show you the way they do it at that company, even people with experience. So it's going to be a learning curve. So for people to think that you go from college football to the NFL and no learning curve is just crazy. It's just crazy. It's crazy. So I don't get it. I don't get it. It's the same way when people were trying to make a big deal out of how the Browns went through their interviewing process. And I was like, do people not realize that when you go through interviews, they're asking you questions to show your personality? They're asking you to explain things. Sometimes they give you questions in advance because they're more extensive questions and they want you to do research on it. I'm like, dang, do people not recognize this, or do they not know? So to me, it just shows people's limited understanding of situations. That's what I think.
Oh my God! Wow!
I got money.
Shout out to Black Pearl. Shout out to Black Pearl. She got something to say. D, the why is, hold on, let me read that again. D, the why is why Stank Nasty and his staff put out those false narratives about Shedeur. He is a narcissist, and Shedeur's knowledge of football was seen as intimidating rather than embracing the difference. I think when he got to saying, why are we doing this? Why are we doing that? Why are we doing this? I think they was looking around like, hey, nobody else asking why? So I'm definitely there with you, Black Pearl. People will be on a stream that you be on. Then when you on like a G-Boy stream and they don't know you, uh-oh. 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 They got to know you, Selmo, for it. Strong men are making a comeback. Brent, I agree with that. Saban sat in on a panel with all white men along with the POTUS. Trump is talking about an executive order for NIL. I briefly saw something about that. I didn't look into like who was on the panel or anything like that. I'll say this. To me, NIL does need guardrails. And when I say guardrails, I don't mean how much money they can get. It needs clear windows that guys can move, not during bowl season. Same thing I believe about college coaches. And then also, it needs to mean something where you sign for 2 years, you sign for 2 years. So if the outcome is that, I'm cool with it. But if the outcome is to limit how much somebody can make or put a cap on it or do any of those things, I'm not cool with that. So I don't know which one they're pushing for, but instead of me just guessing what they're pushing for, I'll just tell you how I view it and what I want to see. That's what I'll do. I agree. I remember his first attack on NIL was against Prime and Travis. I remember the rumors where they said Travis Hunter got $1 million to go to Jackson State or something like that. I was like, huh? Yeah, I said that from day one. Kevin could not coach to Shedeur's elite level of play. Couldn't. Kevin Stefanski does way better with mediocre quarterbacks. Any quarterback with talent, Kevin Stefanski had an issue with. Coach Marion backstory is inspirational, from being homeless while pursuing his degree into being a coach in college, creating a better life for himself and his family. I totally agree with that. I watched a lot of stuff, a lot of interviews where he's speaking about his upbringing, and I remember saying his story, his life is about overcoming, because to me, he has overcame so many things in his life. So shout out to Coach Marion. I'm really drawn to his story and what he's able to do. Yeah, when he got caught in that lie when Prime called him out, I remember that. Watch if they actually got rid of NIL, Saban would come out of retirement, level the playing field. I don't know about this. I agree with you, D. Yeah, so if it's the things that I explained, then I'm cool with it. They're more concerned about the amount of money the players are making. Yeah, I don't agree with that. Don't put no limit on what I can make. You don't put a limit on what a coach can make. I am not okay with them putting a limit on it. I don't think Kevin can coach QBs with big personalities either. He cannot. Travel's like $1 million where? For real. They were talking about strictly money. Yeah, if that's the case, I don't agree with that. If you don't put a cap on head coaches, don't put a cap on the players. I'm not okay with that. Now, if you want to put guidelines around when they can move and how they can move, I understand that. But putting a cap on it, I am not okay with that. Not okay. Because if you put a cap on the players, put a cap on the head coaches. Don't just put the cap on the players and when they benefit. I'm not cool with that. No way. I'm not okay with that. A true narcissist will not allow you to overshadow them. They have to be the front and center in all wins, not the losses. Talk to him, Zedric. Talk to him. It's going to make the players unionize. I agree. If that's what they're trying to do, and it's definitely going to make the players unionize. O-line was so bad, you had 3 of them blocking one player. You clearly saw it on film breakdowns. For real, Donnie, what's going on from the Netherlands? If they don't see that the O-line, anybody is an upgrade, they're tripping. Remember Boog saying how Shedeur would call his coaches at night if he saw something on film, but he don't know nothing. For real. And Boog said, go ask them about that. The school's making millions off the players. They need to get paid too. I agree with that. Let's keep it going. Let's get to Rutenberg.
At the bit to get going. And
it's a couple points in here that I think are really good. We're going to kind of go through this thing. One of them is he's going to shut down that scheme talk. We hear a lot of stuff. About scheme. D, you got a troll, you haven't arrived. Funny thing is, I usually get more trolls during the watch parties during the season. So it's just been a while. Also, I had it on subscribers only, and that usually blocks out the trolls. But then once you take it off subscribers only mode, the trolls come out. College need a cap so they can look forward to the NFL. I'm cool with a cap if you cap everybody. Cap the coaches, cap the players. If you want to put caps, cap it across the board or don't put no caps. That's how I look at it. Coach Prime also discussed the Saban thing on his show and what Saban said he was trying to tell the boosters for Alabama. The boosters are coming from everywhere and we are no longer the top dog. For real, because they've been paying players for a long time. NFL, NBA, only pro sports with salary caps. Wonder why MLB, NHL, or soccer don't have any. For real. Yep, NCAA union coming. Saban playing a dangerous game that'll backfire. He just didn't like playing on an even playing field. MLB be making money, big money. Yeah, because Alabama been playing players. They've been playing them. Look at what Kiffin did. Look at what Kiffin just did. Let me know more. I'm not up on what Kiffin did. I'm not up on what Lane Kiffin did. Unless you're talking about him just throwing more money at players. The NFL doesn't cap advertising money. NIL is not a salary. Talk to him, Miss K. That's a very important distinction. Very important. Let's get to this Mike Rutenberg.
And you're jumping on a treadmill that's
Rudy.
moving. How have you managed all this professionally and personally over the last month?
For sure. Well, I appreciate you saying that. My story is just like everybody else's story. You got a story. All the coaches and the players have a story, and that's what's most important. The way I've managed it is just meet as many people as I can, including you guys. Start to build the relationships. I understand. Part of relationships is earning trust and building trust, and that's a two-way street. And whether it's Coach Monken, Andrew, the organization, ownership, the people in the building, the players, it's all about the relationships. I said it earlier, learning each other's why, touching each other's heart, learning your story, sharing my story, and eventually we just build an awesome connection that becomes unbreakable, man.
Yeah.
I love it.
Great. Shout out to Shanithia.
Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride.
Come to Offtharecorddee, where we gonna read your super chats. Your voice is gonna be heard. What's going on, Shanithia? Welcome in. If you notice, if you listen to him, he sounds very similar in his message to Coach Brennan Marion. Very similar. That's why I paired this together. They sound very similar. Build the relationships. Build out the why. Get to know each other. So very similar in their messaging. D, he looks like Coach Niblet from Colorado. I like that coach a lot. The tight ends coach, man, he is on fire. NIL is not NIL. I don't know. That's too deep of a subject. That's too deep of a subject for me to add in. That's too deep of a subject for me to add in right there. Because NIL that's a whole stream on its own. Stefanski is a mediocre coach who continues to fail up, reinforcing mediocrity. For real. For real. All right, let's play it.
Just as you said,
I want to.
So we've got to talk a few times, Hall, but like he's just.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Say what you're gonna say.
I'll just say Tarv.
Well,
I mean, like it's
so you're
like
taking
the energy, right?
So we are very close with Jason Tarver
Love
on the
Tarver.
show, and
Yeah.
a lot of the guys, obviously on that defensive staff, those guys have all been here for a little while. But Tarv's like our guy. We
For sure.
love Tarv.
Yeah.
And when going through the process, and when we found out, Rudy, you were going to be the new defensive coordinator, and we were like, all right, Tom, what do you think? And he's like, you guys are going to love him. He's like, he's a lot like me. And I was like, yeah, and you're just a younger Tarv, which we absolutely love. Guys who love ball, great energy, but are real people as well.
For sure.
As you said, you care about those connections. We heard Quincy Williams. You talked about it in yours. We've heard Quincy talk about it when I got a chance to interview him, talk about the relationship you guys started down in Jacksonville and carried through New York. But that's what is, I think, what's cool about this league is, you go through, we were just kind of BSing before, we were talking about that year you were with the Niners, and you listed off a ton of people on staff that I know because they were here, a lot of them in 2014 or 2015, even after that, with those guys. But just it's that connective tissue in the league. And for you to come in, first time DC, you've got a lot of these guys here, and to already have formed the bonds you have from just the guys that we talked to, I think is really cool. And I love that that's what's so important to you, because without people, this is people. The game is played by people.
What else is there?
It's a people business. I just think it's very cool the way you've come in like that, and just the energy you bring. We like energy.
For sure.
Energy
Me
is
too.
good. Yeah, no doubt. You can tell.
Me too.
What was your approach you took? And I'm sure when you're coming up and you're going on this path to get to a point of a defensive coordinator.
Let me catch up, and then we'll keep it going. Shedeur with the the Color Purple reference. I ain't seen that movie so long ago. Where we at? This is Prime's best all-around team and staff. I agree with you there. Last year's team took advantage of Coach Prime health. Yeah, it wasn't the same energy as this year. Nobody's talking about Swartz no more. Nope. Remember, they was all piling on the Browns. You lose Jim Swartz. This. Not anymore. Coaches have way more input than they let on. They get their own guys all the time. They really tried to give Kevin a pass, and it's all on AB. For real. That was just shifting the blame. I like this question he's about to ask him and the answer. Let's go.
And the position that you're in now, what was kind of in your head as you walked into the building, talking to guys who had been here, and you've had familiarity with some of them certainly, but just in terms of what did you want your staff to be all about, and what were some of those early messages you kind of passed along to the guys?
I'm going to sound repetitive. It's just because, and I don't like the word I, and we're going to try not to use that because it's us and we, but for me, the first thing was just starting those relationships, learning the people, learning their whys, learning what's important to them. Is it family? Is it hobbies? Is it football? And then finding out how I can share my stories and I can hear their stories, and we start to build that bond. So before any messaging, before any heart, mind, fist, as you're going to hear a lot, was just learning each other, learning what's been done here and why they've been so successful here, learning where can we make it ours, all right? And then the messaging of what's most important. You're going to hear me say this all the time. It's in my DNA. It's going to be style over scheme. We're going to attack. We're going to play fast. We're going to play hard. We're going to play smart. We're going to play violent. That's heart, mind, fist right there. Yep. And then the ball is going to be our oxygen. We are going after the ball. Our heart is going to be our connection to each other and the way we celebrate. Our mind is our deliberate approach and how smart we play. We're problem solvers here. And the fist, I don't know if this is the appropriate time to talk about the fist, but you guys know.
I think it speaks for itself.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
There's two right.
So I'm telling you, his message sounds very similar to Coach Brennan Marion. But I hope y'all caught what he said. He said it's going to be style over scheme. So y'all remember it was a big story in the media. We got to keep the same scheme. He just put it to bed. He put it to bed. Y'all don't need to keep asking me about this scheme stuff. It's going to be style over scheme. We're going to attack the ball. We're going to play fast. We're going to celebrate. I hope y'all are hearing this. I hope y'all are hearing it. Schwartz is a better coordinator than head coach. I agree with you there, R. Jizzle. D, once he wins over Miles, he is good. If Miles watched this interview, he won Miles over. Oxygen equal the ball. Yes. I'm telling y'all, when y'all listen to these guys, how could you be negative? How could you be negative? How could you? When I'm telling y'all, when I hear this, I'm like, this is what you want to hear. This is what you. Brennan Marion, Mike Rutenberg speak like head coaches, and they're coordinators. That is a cheat code, y'all. That is a cheat code to success. You get a guy who has the mindset and mentality of a head coach, and you have him as a coordinator. Cheat code. It's a cheat code. I love this so much. They all talk about relationships. Relationships are important. This is a hell of a coach. I'm saying it now. These coaches are winners. Browns are going to have a winning season. Hey, y'all are on the same page as me. Y'all see what I'm saying. Y'all see why I'm so excited. You can tell the Browns are looking to change how they are perceived this season. For real. Yeah, I picked up on that in his first presser. Style over scheme. Style over scheme, y'all. So that scheme stuff, stop with that surface level scheme question y'all asking me. Stop it. Stop it. This is going to be our attitude. This is going to be the energy we bring, and this is what we're going to do. Rudy is the man. I'm telling y'all, I watched this live, and I said, man, we have to break this down tomorrow. We have to break it down tomorrow. So y'all see why I'm excited. As I show y'all more and more and more, y'all like, man, I don't feel negative energy. I don't feel like I'm carrying this weight going into the season, going into the off season. To me, this is a team of people who are brought here to win. They were not brought here to tank for a quarterback next year. They were not brought here to just rack up a losing record. They were not brought here for that. They were brought here for that. They're going to bully some teams. You can see it. I agree. We see what you're putting down, D. For real, you picking up what I'm putting down? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? It's a different energy, y'all. It's a different energy. Just see it. I got to let y'all know something. Y'all know every stream, I got to let y'all know something. Every stream. Every stream, I got to let y'all know something. I'm going to let y'all know this. A lot of people who have never seen good leadership, they can't identify good leadership when it's standing in front of them. They can't identify it. I have seen good leadership. I've seen bad leadership. Go to your life. Don't look at sports. Look at your life. Look at in your career. Look at the people who you looked at and said, that's a good leader. That's not a good leader. Look at the traits that they have. And then look at the people that we're seeing and see if they have some of those same traits. The people who cannot identify that the leadership has changed and these are good leaders, that's why they are still negative about the Browns. That is why, y'all. That is why. That is why. Shout out to Keith Hunt, Jersey in the building.
I got money.
Keith Hunt says, D, I Googled troll repellent spray. I need some of that. We're going to be spraying it like off. We're going to be spraying it like off. We're going to be spraying it. When I was young, I told you I got family in Alabama. We went to Birmingham, Alabama, a lot of summers in a row. And they used to have fish fries. And we would be outside at night, the bugs going crazy. So you got off, you spraying off, spray yourself down. That's how I need to be, Keith. I need that troll repellent spray. Spraying it down before every stream. Just block them out. Just block them out. We ain't gonna let them get to us. We got good energy over here. We're excited about what we were seeing. We're excited about what we're hearing. We're excited for the direction that we're going in. Excited for it. And if they can't see it, that's on them. The Cleveland Microphones, they need a new song. They need a new song, y'all. Their old song is not a hit no more. It's not a hit. Good leaders communicate and are passionate about the people they lead. Zedric, you see it. Right. Cleveland can't identify with good QBs either. It's sad, honestly. Unfortunately, you are right, Detroit Gemini. And I said they were going to have to luck into a quarterback. They lucked into Shedeur. Wet 11 said you got a good heart. She's still giving Janky a chance. She still is giving him a chance. You had me until you mentioned drop a pass, Judy. I'm rooting for a trade for him. Open the door and let's drop a pass go immediately. Not drop a pass. The culture has changed. Brent, you see it. The culture has changed. People who can't identify what good leadership is cannot identify the culture is changing right before their eyes. They think we are the same old team, the same old Browns. We are not. This is different. Break it down for them, D, so they can see when it comes to the Browns, we the winning team. Selmo Fudd, they're going to have to see it. They're going to have to see it. They're going to have to. Shout out to Keith Hunt. What's going to really sell me is how they handle a Jerry Jeudy pout session. You want to know something funny? I don't think Jerry Jeudy is going to have a pout session. And you want to know why? Because they're going to set the standard early. And a pout session might equal you being benched. It might equal a young guy getting your reps. So I don't think Jerry Jeudy's going to have a pout session. Have y'all ever, if you are auntie or uncle, I got a scenario for you. Have y'all ever noticed that one of your siblings' kids will just be terrorizing the house when they're at home? And you get them for 2 hours and they just act straight. They don't do none of the stuff they do at home. What is the difference? They look at you like, I cannot get away with this with you. I can get away with this with them. I know they soft spots. I know the blind spots. I know where I can get away with it. But when they go with that uncle that don't play, they know they can't get away with it. I'm not calling Jerry Jeudy a kid. I'm saying he's going to recognize I can't get away with what I did last year here. It's not going to work. So that's why I think Jerry Jeudy, the pout sessions, that's a one and done. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. I think he will be better. Shedeur believes in him. Shedeur going to give him a shot. Cleveland media wants to keep losing because they have the losing team media playbook. Playbook down already, and they don't want to learn a new way to cover. That's for real. I told y'all, the Cleveland Microphones, they're singing an old song, old hit. It's from the 80s. It's from the 90s. It's from the 2000s. They need a new hit. They need a new hit. Jeudy going to have a great year. He going to have an opportunity. Hope he proves us all wrong. I guess it's only me or Jizzle who believes in Janky. Daddy's home. For real. Brent, perfect. That's exactly how it is. The kids is acting crazy. They running around. You hear that car pull up? Your dad's outside. Oh, man, all the stuff y'all was throwing around, y'all trying to scrounge and clean up stuff. Y'all trying to change, act like y'all been good the whole time, and y'all just hoping. Mom, don't tell Daddy what we did. Don't tell him. Don't tell him we had a water fight in the house. Don't tell him we wasn't listening. Don't tell him. Brent know what I'm talking about. They always play good. Is close to a contract year or year out. I agree with that. I agree with that. People really out here thinking the Browns will be the same. The Bleacher Report is saying the QB room will be the same as last year, looking towards better in 27. They going to shock the world, for real. And bonding with Shedeur will help out. I agree. Hopefully he feeds off the energy and positivity around him this season. My nephews don't even try it, nor do my grandchildren. Jimi Hendrix. You know what I'm talking about. They don't even try. They know they can't get away with it. So that's how I think he's going to be. He's like, man, I can't get away with this with them. Jerry wants a new contract. He going to play ball for real. Those rookie receivers will perform better than Jerry did last year. I agree. What Juck can say, he likes when they count him out. It makes the win sweeter. Yes. I think he'll bounce back this year. He got the opportunity to. Jerry recognized that last season, especially when it came to Shedeur, for real. D is 3 on my side. It's growing. It's growing. Tate would be, I agree. I would take Cardell Tate. These websites don't know football. They don't. They don't know it. Oh, let's see. All right, let's see. We'll play a little bit more. Let's see what the next question is. Check out his next answer.
Right there on the wall.
No doubt.
Yeah.
That's fist right there. And that's that dark room. And that starts with the engine up front.
Yep.
And then the ball is oxygen. And without oxygen, we all know, you die. That's the truth.
Did you have a connection with Todd really from, I guess, in Jacksonville? Did you guys cross paths or not?
Oh, good. This is a good question, y'all. This is good right here.
Not even there.
We did not.
So how did that, you get a call, I imagine, that's like, hey, you want to come coach a defense with Myles Garrett on it? And you're like,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
In fact, I do.
Yes,
as a matter of
sir.
fact. And you also have the other part that you're coming from Atlanta, which has a little tie to us right now, as our former head coach was down there. So kind of just walk us through how this all came to be, because just walk us through it.
Sure. Let me say this. I'm so appreciative to Todd, to Andrew Berry, to the Haslams, and to the organization for giving me this opportunity. I'm not going to dive super deep into all the things that go into it, but the interview process was incredible.
Yeah.
Through the interview process, getting to know Todd, getting to know Andrew, and then getting to know the ownership group and Mr. Haslam was an incredible process of learning, and it became very clear to me that this is a place I want to be. Not only because of Todd, AB, and Mr. Haslam and the organization, but in doing the research, the players that are here at every level of defense, and then the coaching staff that was already here. It just became something that I was extremely interested in and feel very fortunate to have the opportunity and thankful to all those people.
Were you guys surprised? Like, because, this is often a business where it's like, I know you. And, for example, you work with Saleh. Saleh goes to the Jets. Hey, I want to bring you with me. You get the opportunity to go to the Jets and do that.
Yeah.
And this is a case where you guys didn't have that background, but I'm sure there was connective tissue, people he knew that you knew, and vice versa in the conversations. But were you kind of surprised, and then obviously very happy, and we're thrilled you're sitting here?
Well, thank you. I'm thrilled too. I'm pleasantly surprised for sure. And like you mentioned, the connective tissue, that goes back to, for me, a lot of the people who are the reason I'm here, both players and coaches. You mentioned Robert Saleh. He's always supported me in my career, whether we're at Jacksonville, bringing me into the linebacker room and teaching me how to prepare players, going to the New York Jets and building that defense along with Jeff Ulbrich, who I credit personally for teaching me how to lead through relationships, who got me to Raheem Morris, who is the ultimate dealer in solutions. There are no problems. We deal in solutions.
I'm going to run this back for y'all, because him shouting out Raheem Morris is great. But what Raheem Morris gave to him was really, really, really good. Because this is how I like to view situations. Let me run this back, what he just said. I want y'all to hear this.
And building that defense along with Jeff Ulbrich, who I credit personally for teaching me how to lead through relationships, who got me to Raheem Morris, who is the ultimate dealer in solutions. There are no problems. We deal in solutions. And all those guys, along with a lot of other people, Gus Bradley, teaching me the precision in league. And these are names, guys, that I'm not dropping. These are names that are so important to me because they help me become who I am today. The players who have taught me to coach the way I am.
Sure.
Going back to Paul Posluszny, taught me what a player needs.
Stud. Yeah, stud.
Don't
you had some
teach
good
me,
linebackers down there.
Stud. Don't teach me how to take on a guard, Rudy. Teach me when the guard's pulling. Got you, Puzz.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
I hope y'all caught that. He said, the player told him, don't teach me how to take on a guard. Teach me when the guard is pulling. Do y'all know the difference between the two? Help me understand so I can react faster. Don't tell me what to do when the guard is hitting me. I need to know that guard is going to pull so I can shoot that gap and make the tackle. That's a different understanding of football. Different understanding. This is why I'm excited. And hopefully y'all are seeing it. Hopefully y'all are hearing it. This is about a 20-something minute interview, so definitely go check this out. The Browns have been putting out the best content that I can remember for a very long time. Very long time. So definitely check out this full interview. So when a guard is pulling, it usually the guard is going the direction of where the play is going. So a pulling guard is going the direction of the play. So when he says they told him, don't teach me how to take on the guard, that means don't tell me how to deal with the play after the play has happened. Teach me how to identify the guard is going to pull in that direction so I know where the play is going so I can be a step ahead. I can play faster. I can beat that guard to the point of attack. I can beat that guard to the point of attack. I can make a play. I can make the play. So, think about it like this. One is reacting, one is reading. The reaction is how to take on the guard hitting you. Reading the play is you reading what they're going to do and then you taking off and stopping the play. So that would be the difference. I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited. Let me catch up on the chat. Where did I leave off at? I think I left off here. They got to get the Kevin stink off of them. Y'all, they've been spraying Febreze. It's not working. Take everything, send it to the dry cleaners. The Febreze is not working. Take it to the dry cleaners. Take it to the dry cleaners. Say, hey, look, I need your help. I done washed it. I tried Febreze. It didn't work. Take it to the dry cleaners. Get the stench off of this. Oxygen equals ball screams. We're getting more turnovers. You got to practice to get turnovers. It's not luck like people want to say. D, Tate will be great. Tate at 6 would be great. It would be great. That's my first choice that I would like. When you have been losing so much, it's hard to change your mentality. I agree with that. Stefanski stank, still need to leave the building. The Febreze ain't work. Call the cleaners. This is a great interview. Agenda free, supersize. I agree. He brought Quincy Williams to the Browns. Quincy loves him. That says a lot. I agree. All of the agenda free interviews come directly from the Browns. That's a fact. Why do they always bring up Stefanski? Let him stay on that side.
Everybody stay on that side when they switched up. You switched up, stay on that side, man.
Let them stay over there. Here's why they don't. Because they realize I can't be checked. I'm at the top of the pecking order over the parents and everyone else, period. Jimi Hendrix, that is a fact. That is definitely how they look at it. Do you think we will trade for a vet wide receiver or solely draft wide receivers? Wide receivers are expensive. I think it's more likely that we will draft wide receivers. Now, if it's just a crazy deal for a 3rd round pick, a team on the move on, I wouldn't rule that out. I can't speak in absolutes on this because I can't control it. I would say, to me, it's an 80% chance we solely draft wide receivers. 20% chance we make a trade is the best way I can put it. The Browns are on one. I agree. Barry has emphasized getting younger. Y'all, the minute Jessica drop a pass, Judy throw one tantrum, I'm requesting a trade immediately. Not immediately. Wet 11's holding firm. He's going to surprise you. I'm hungry. Don't give me a fist. Teach me how to fish. This way I can eat every day. Every single day. That is it, Black Pearl. That is it. If AB knock this O-line off and they make it to the playoff, they have to build him a statue in front of the building. For real. And that's why I say the Browns and the media are different. The Browns and the media are totally different. They need the crime scene cleaners. Oh my goodness. Send for backup. Call for backup. Oh Lord. Now I hear D singing that great. D, what is wrong with the microphones? Now they moving on to 2027 QBs when the 2026 season hasn't started. Is this about Shedeur or are they just pushing a new storyline? They just keep playing the same song back. They need a new song. They need a new song. It's so much good happening with the Browns now. It's so much positivity. They are not latching on to any of the positivity. To me, that means they prefer to speak on negative things. They prefer to write off a whole season. Remember when we did the playoff challenge, we lived in a moment and watched the playoffs? They wrote off the whole playoffs. They wrote off the whole playoffs, y'all. They wrote off the entire playoffs. We're not going to do that. They are already writing off a season before it starts. They got to do better. Michael Jordan, talk to him.
Stop it. Get some help.
They need to wash the organization in ammonia to get rid of the stench. For real. 90-10. Hot water, 10% ammonia. Let that thing sit. Let it sit. Let it sit. I agree. Donnie King is on fire with his takes today. Shout out to Donnie King. They need a pastor to come in to clean out the building from all the demons Stefanski left behind. For real. They got to clean out the building. Get the real cleaners. Get the real cleaners, y'all. It's a new day in Cleveland. It's new energy. It's a new day in Colorado. New energy. People need to get with the times and where things are now. Bringing up all the old Browns and the old stuff that happened, that's old news. Talking about all the negative subjects instead of going based on what happened now, that's old news. That's old news. The microphones need new songs. The majority of Cleveland media has only reported on losing teams. They don't know how to report on winning franchises. Ivy League Mac, that is a fact. They don't even know how to, they're not even open to the idea of teams being good. Marie said it. She said every year, even when they was trying to get rid of Dak, they have hope. They have no hope. They have no hope that the Browns can be good. So they got to stay where they're at. They have to stay where they're at. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this stream because I did. The microphone's talking about tanking when we haven't even seen the on-field product yet. You see what I'm saying?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
How can you just write off a whole season before it starts? All because you don't like how things are going. Diabolical. It's crazy, y'all. It is crazy. Let's shout out the people who supported the stream. Let's shout them out. Let me go here. Shout out to Miss Brown. Shout out to Black Pearl. Shout out to Keith Hunt. The last stream. Shout out. I forgot to shout out for the last stream. Shout out to Marie. And also shout out to Shanithia for your support on the last stream. Hopefully y'all understand why I'm positive. Hopefully y'all see why my energy is this way. Y'all keep that same energy. Don't let these haters and these miserable people bring you down. Even when the trolls come. Keith Hunt sent us that troll repellent. We just going to spray it and keep it moving. We're going to keep it moving. We're going to keep that energy and we're going to keep it going. Y'all enjoy the next couple of days. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you part of the replay gang, shout out to you. Also, hype this thing up if you part of the replay gang. I will see y'all on Friday. It's been real, everybody. Peace, everybody.
Look at what I did. Look at what I started. Look how far I came, dog. I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog. I just went my hardest. And I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah. Running my check, I ran on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. Running my check, I ran on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. And how good they judge me, oh. But they
They're
don't
setting Dylan Gabriel up to take the biggest L out of
Look how far I came, dog. I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog. I just went my hardest. And I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah. Ran in my check, I ran on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. Ran in my check, I ran on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. And how could they judge me, oh, when they don't know?